over to you, or to Messenger. Right. I'll just shut it down if nobody comes over. I'm talking to myself. Hello! Hello there! What you doing tonight now? It says expect rain around 4 o'clock in Dublin. I think they're after going over to that other one. There's 3 people still watching this. Oh, yeah, hang on. I can't find it. What do you mean I can't find it? Type in. Oh, shit, I can't even do that.
Is Steve Brown, what's Steve Brown's profile picture?
It's just me and my 2 sisters, because I couldn't find any other picture. I just had to open up real quick. That's why it's me and 2 girls. Oh no, my YouTube channel picture is just me, like with a vest on.
I'm gonna look for it now, right?
I have like 1,700 subscribers, so there's only one Stephen Ronan, like.
Yeah, Darren, I'll share it in the Facebook Messenger. Okay.
I already put it in. Yeah, I'll put the link in. Yeah, put the link. I'll put the link in. That's what I'll do. Right? Put the link in.
Okay.
Right, 1 sec. Shit. What's live? Shit. Channel, okay. All right, Jared Welch, Plastic Patty, how are you? What's up, guys? Plastic Patty made it over.
Plastic Patty, how are you? What's up, guys?
Jesus Christ. My fucking phone is still on. Right, I'm trying to put the thing in the chat and giving it. I'll be on soon. I'm getting given out to. I'm roaring here on the phone. Yeah, nice one for coming over, Jared. Paddy, that's Plastic Paddy say. I don't think Darren has found as well over yet. So I'm gonna put it in the. That's what I'm trying to do now is get the copy the link, from YouTube on my phone. But I'm used to doing it from my fucking desktop or my laptop. So, right. What do I do again? Share. Right, share. Oh, yeah, it's easy. I know now. Right, share it in chats, Jack and Crack. Because we know we all do crack in this group. And we're all up for the crack. Right. Paste that there. Paste. What the fuck? No. Right, anyway, send it to Jack and Crack. Darren, it's in there now. Just click on the link. Oh, Paddy shared it. Where? I can't see the link on where Paddy put it. Or Steve. Right. 1 sec. Yeah, I'm ready to go. If you want to jump on. Oh, sorry, Steve. Sorry. Hang on. Bring. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
How can Darren? You know what? I just shared the thing into Messenger. You know the actual show. I just shared it into Messenger there.
Off a StreamYard.
Yeah, like no, my YouTube channel. I just shared into the what do you call it? The the way Darren couldn't find it, like.
Yeah. Yeah, shit will the YouTube shit.
Why haven't you got your picture up?
Huh?
That's weird because tonight, the way I always have my glasses on in my picture, and tonight when I uploaded it, it was like yours, and I'm like having a fucking blank face on, like. I mean, it's just annoying because like there'll be other people that could come in and they'll just have nothing, like a blank face, like. Do you know that way? What you think of me thumbnail, Steve?
Oh gee. Oh, you always got girls around you son of a bitch.
Do you not know who she is?
There's something about girls and gay men. They like to be around them for some reason.
That's true. All my friends are girls. Not all, but most of them are.
Remember that movie where the guys act like they're gay?
Picture, they're me sisters.
Huh?
I was on about the thumbnail I put up for me video about spilling the tea. Someone's ringing me about you. It's Darren. Yeah.
Hey,
right.
can you hear me? Hold on, Darren.
Darren, what's up?
Oh, is he in here? He's trying to call me on the Facebook thing.
No, just show. Yeah, no, I know. I'm talking to him, Paddy. But come here.
Okay.
You just click on see where I put on the YouTube chat. I have StreamYard.com as the first comment in the chat. You can't see comments, huh? Wait, come here. Steve, how'd you send this link, the StreamYard link, into the Messenger chat?
Copy the guest and then put it onto the chat.
Yeah, but you have to do it from your phone, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I have this set up on my
Yeah, you'll have to do that.
laptop. Do you know that? Hang on. I'll try and copy it from the YouTube page on my phone. Do you know the way I put it up in the chat? I don't know why he can't get in. He says he can't see the comments. One sec, right? So come here, did Dwayne start a thing? I can't see it on mine. Oh my god, did he ban me? Did he?
Who?
You said Dwayne was gone live and it's not showing up on mine.
No, I tried to look myself. I couldn't find it.
So why did Darren think that? Did he get it wrong?
Maybe he got it wrong.
Yeah. Right, come here. I'm gonna try and just copy this over to what's that? What's the start things for Steve on StreamYard?
Hold on, Steve. Hold on. I gotta come back in.
All right, okay.
I got an echo.
Oh yeah, I need to go to the toilet as well. I was trying to see can I share this with Darren. One sec. My YouTube. I copy that now. Shit. Ah, wait, hang on. Now, it's It's better, isn't it? I fucking hate looking at a fucking blank screen. Like,
And you know the crazy thing is, my Bluetooths are working.
yeah.
Lads, look at the
And
length
he
of my
made it
hair.
in.
Look at the length of my
Yeah.
The
hair.
hair is there.
Yeah,
Your hair is like
Why
very
have
long.
you got was you're trying to look like Liam Gallagher or something?
But that's what it's kind of like, look.
But like you're trying to grow it out like.
No, every time I go into the hairdressers, they keep telling me to make an appointment, so I just haven't fucking bothered.
You know the other thing too, Darren, is I don't like going to the barbershop.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like the small talk.
Yeah, I think Dwayne's live is gone. I think he was trying to go live and no one went on it. He was on the Lorenza, no, whatever the name of that.
Lonzo Unfiltered.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lonza.
I didn't see it at all. No one come up with my notifications.
I didn't get notification either when I was looking for you when I just seen it. I thought,
Ah, yeah, sometimes that can happen, can't it? You can just see it was live, like could have been.
yeah, because I'm subscribed to the channel, maybe like
So, yeah, all that.
You know,
Um,
Tia's making me gumbo this weekend.
What?
it's kind of crazy. Like everyone's sort of making their own lives, and no one goes on. Like we don't all go on the same lives anymore, really.
Support each other, like, do you know that way? Like, you
Yeah.
know, like if someone goes live one night, everyone that's like able to should just go on to it. Like, do you know that way? Like, I go on to everyone's lives.
I
Yeah.
just don't do them as often
That
as I
works, right?
used to because people started
Yeah.
Well, I don't do them as often anymore. I am still doing them once a week. I was doing them once a week, like
Yeah.
crazy lives.
You have to do
But-
trade sometimes.
Yeah, we just don't we don't get the normal crowd in no more.
The one
Oh.
last week was crazy because like every
Which one
people
was
were
that?
just the one where me, Steve, Rosie, and all were on. Like everyone was just arguing on that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. See,
one-
remember
mem-
when we used to just have fun?
What time?
Yeah, we should still do that. But like Celtic's hard work when he's drunk. Like he getting them to shut up is hard.
That is true.
Like I'd love to have a live where like somebody talks and then let somebody talk for and then like so we all get a bit in when we're not all talking over each other.
Exactly.
They're
I
the
think
best
one of the
lives.
things. Remember on Saturdays, I would start early though. I think that was one of the things. Is like now I'm working on Saturdays, but before then I would start early. Everybody would kind of get warmed up. Then Celtic would come on at the end of it, and by that time everybody was already sauced.
Celtic does be on some crazy lives. I was watching a live one night and he was on a live with two lads playing chess. Like two
No way!
Canadians. Like he's
The fucker better
crazy.
not be playing. I've been asking people to like, does anybody play chess? And Celtic did not say a fucking word.
I have a plaque from skill for playing chess.
No, for real.
Yeah, I was the second champion and like the runner up. I got a medal or a silver trophy for chess in secondary. Or in
Oh,
primary.
we're gonna have to play now.
Oh, I'd whip your ass. I'd whip your ass.
You probably would. You know. I didn't even learn chess till I went to jail.
Do you know the formula of checkmate? Everyone knows that.
I know a couple of them. Like the main one that I always use is the knight's pose, like where you utilize your knights at first.
Do you not know the one with the queen where you get a whore out first and it's like a 4-move checkmate, basically.
Yeah.
If the other player is stupid.
They,
My father was a ruthless chess player. Like no mercy, no mercy.
Same as me. I don't give anyone chances with chess. It's not like, you're playing cards and someone's only a kid and you let them win. No, with chess, it's like, no, you're not beating me.
do y'all do speed chess?
Is that like just putting a timer on it? Like,
yeah, so I'll do 2-minute chess. And
my grandfather was a World War II vet, and he learnt me chess by the age of 6. He learnt me a lot of good games. He had me reading books. He was a good influence to me. You know what I mean?
See,
and
I didn't get to. You were 6 years old?
I was 6 to 7 when I was playing chess, yeah, but I just didn't keep at it. When he passed away, I kind of stopped playing.
Yeah, I started that as well.
See, I didn't get that. I didn't play chess till I was like. It was the first time I went to. It was when I did my big amount of jail time, my 2.5 years. I was like 20, 22, 21 years old.
Like what I am very good at. I'm very good, not just maths, not just adding it, but I'm very good at algebra and Pythagoras theorem and all. I understand. I'm very good at all that.
Algebra is fun to do.
Yeah, and it's simple, really. It's just people just get a bit blown away with the brackets and all. It's just you just have to know the formula, and then it's simple.
Easy, yeah. Geometry too. You just got to know that all the angles add up to 180 degrees, or what is it? Yeah, 180 degrees.
Yeah, and then some people don't understand that you do the multiplying before the divide, no bogmas, know what I mean?
Before the addition and the subtraction.
Yeah.
For algebra,
yeah. But now, Steve, I think this are you able to go live this Saturday?
Nah, not till next week, unless my appeal. It depends on what YouTube does with the appeal. But I told Stoney, I said, "Hey, we might be waiting until next week."
And what do you think of Nigel Benn, the Chi?
I heard about the steroids.
No
wonder he was knocking everyone out.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about he failed the test.
It's a great month for you. It's a great month for UFC this month, isn't it? We Kobe fighting and all. We've good cards nearly every week.
Then November we got the big one: Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. I've been banking on Alex Pereira.
Does Javier to be Hasme?
Did you hear about Hamzat?
Yeah.
Hamzat went into Russia and they're not allowing him to leave now.
Who's that?
They're trying to send him to fight, ain't they?
Woman or something?
So Hamzat's a big fighter in the UFC. He could very well get the title or get he could fight for the title, but he went into Russia and Russia's holding him there because they want him to fight now.
Want them to go to Ukraine, don't they?
The American?
Yep. No, Hamzat's a Chechnyan.
So he's from that area, Russia,
Kind of, yeah.
Chechnya are a branch. They're their own country, but they're a branch of the Russian army.
Yeah, and they torture gay people there.
Yeah. That's Ramzan Kadyrov.
Scumbag, yes.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
you have to remember. At one time, Russia flattened Chechnya.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Chechnya was just a tiny country anyway, isn't it?
But boys,
It is, but it's got the most ruthless fighters.
Boys, but the US not going to like understand that Putin hasn't really unleashed his army on Ukraine yet because he hasn't used his air force at all.
I don't think he wants to. Do you know
No,
that?
he
The propaganda where I'm from.
Russia. It's. I think Russia's dealing with the same shit that if the U.S. like, all right, if there was an all-out world war and they started like drafting people, it would be the same thing in the U. Like people would not want to go, and that's what Russia. Like Putin's not dealing with a. He's just dealing with people. It's getting too political now for him.
Yeah.
Like it's starting to turn into politics.
Why the fuck are America like giving Ukraine money and all, like, and putting them on?
Yeah, dude. We didn't even give Florida money for the hurricane, but we sent billions over to Ukraine.
Exactly.
It makes no fucking sense.
But Russia and Ukraine have been fighting proxy wars for the last 40 years, but
have they? Russia.
Yeah, they have.
I'm Russia and America.
15 billion like a few years ago, and that ended everything. He said, just don't go into NATO or anything like that. Putin paid off whoever was running Ukraine then. Like 8 years.
I really think the US are pulling the shots in this war.
Yeah, and
I think they are too. If Trump was president, we probably this could be a whole nother situation. We probably wouldn't even be looking at a war. A lot of people said this could have easily been talked out.
What happens, Steve? Hopefully, Trump gets voted in 2024 and pulls all the funding for military equipment to Ukraine. Then Ukraine can't survive that war.
Trump will do that.
Biden's fucked. He's fucked. Like the Democrats, that whole party is fucked because they lost every vote even from hardcores.
Do you know that Trump never started one war in his 4 years? Not
one. He's the only president in history to not start a war.
Really? I didn't know that. Now.
Did you?
Dead serious.
Started a war, like.
Did you hear what he done with the Taliban leader? He sent him a picture of his house, and the Taliban leader goes, "Why are you sending me a picture of your house?" He goes, "So I can show you that I can get you any time." And you know what? And you know what the Taliban leader called him? His ecstasy.
Yeah. Well, he made remember the Afghanistan pullout? People were blaming that on Biden. It was gonna happen anyways.
Yeah, that would have happened. I heard that would have happened either way.
Biden rushed it though.
Biden fucked it up even worse. Like it could have been.
They were trying to make Trump look bad, but then people were like, there wasn't an end date to pull out. Biden made that. And so they were trying to make Trump look bad in that situation, and it backfired on him.
The Taliban did not kill one American soldier while Trump was in office.
Did they not? Oh, because
Trump made a deal. Trump made a deal with he told the Taliban, he said, look, we're going to pull out. And he said, this is the only deal that I'm going to make. He said, you guys don't shoot our soldiers. We won't shoot your soldiers. We'll pull out. We'll do it slowly. And y'all could do your thing after that. And that's basically the deal that Trump made, and Biden rushed it.
Yeah. And he told Germany not to make this deal with Russia, and this is what's causing all this rise now. He says
put it on
giving too much power.
Put it on my TikTok, the Nord Stream 2. Trump was like, why the fuck? He said, why are we he said, "Why is the U.S. a part of NATO and we're making but you guys are making deals behind our back with Russia, but yet you guys are complaining about what Russia's doing and this and that." He said, "Why the fuck? Why are we making why am I even talking to you guys?" He said, "It doesn't make any sense."
I was always on, like, when Trump said shit, I was always like, yeah, I agree with him. Do you know what I mean?
America was balling when Trump was president. Everyone had money. The strip clubs were bouncing.
And everybody has been saying that. Like that's why a lot of people they lost 95% of the black vote is gone. It's all going Republican now.
But like when you think about it, right? See Trump, right? He's nothing like us. He just pretends to be. He's a rich kid. He's always been a billionaire.
Well, he's a businessman. He's a businessman.
He can't relate to normal people because he's never lived a normal life. Do you know that?
That's true. The major question is how did Trump do such a good job? Like a non-politician did a better job than politicians.
Because I think he done a great job because he knew what the people wanted, and he wasn't a politician. That's why he done a great job, because he wasn't doing it for political points.
I think that, and I think Trump has a good sense of the economy.
But do you think at this day and age we need government? Do you not think we be able to govern ourselves?
No way.
No, you always need some sort of structure.
Yeah, you have to.
Somebody's always gonna want to take the power.
Everywhere be like fucking, real like backward countries where everyone just kills people and all.
But but what we do need now, we need a lot more people getting involved in politics that aren't career politicians, and kind of changing it a bit.
I agree with you, Darren, on that. Like I think since Trump worked out so well, I think you get rid of all career politicians. You just do an 8-year term for anything, governor.
Oh, because you can't get enough for 4 years.
Steve, Europe is scary at the moment. Fascism is on the rise big time.
What makes you say that?
And the euro dropped. The euro dropped.
Because Italy are run by fascists now. Like the fascists that Mussolini, they're back in power. Fascism is rising.
No. Look at Italy. Italy. It's just people are so pissed off about immigration and it's like this. If you're bringing in immigrants and the immigrant is saying, "Well, I want this country to be like the last country," get the fuck out then. Exactly. If you can't run with the government that you came into, that you're escaping your country from, then get the fuck out. Yeah. If you can't deal with that government.
Steve Ronan, in 2026, we're going to the polls to see will there be a call to pray, the Muslim prayer in Dublin.
What does that mean, like?
Do you ever seen Saudi Arabia when they pray 5 times a day? They call out. They're bringing that to they're bringing that to a referendum.
So, if it does pass, does that mean that?
That means at 5 o'clock in the morning we'll be hear some Muslim bloke going nah, 5 times a day.
No, fuck that shit. That's not happening.
The left are running amok.
What?
The left. This is all what the left are all running amok. Did you see that guy as well that went over from England to get his the 9-year-old lad that went over to America to get his Johnson cut off? He wants to be a woman. Yeah, his mother brought him over.
Oh,
She
dude.
should be locked up for child abuse. Do you know that?
Have you
They don't
seen?
blame the kid
Did
'cause
you
he's only 9. She should be locked up. But
did you guys see the mother of a kid that's turning transsexual, and this kid's talking to the news, and the mother is wording his answers.
I think it's the same person I'm talking about, Steve.
Long hair,
from England.
long hair on the side,
From
shaved.
from Britain.
From England.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yeah.
the
We're
same
talking about the
person.
same one. Yep.
That is sickening. That is child abuse. That is. Imagine that.
That's not even her kid either. They adopted that kid.
God. Oh my god. I just want to read out the comments because I hate that when I'm in the comments and nobody reads them out. Jared Walsh is saying we need Trump back. Then he says, but it wouldn't have happened like the way it did. He's on about the 9/11, you know, the plane leaving Afghanistan. I think he's on about that. Then 329, he says, Trump, the first president to walk over the line in North Korea. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and he's the first president to do peace between Israel and what was the other country? Lebanon.
Oh, boy, were they always at war before that?
I think so. I could be wrong. It might not have been Lebanon. But Trump, first president to walk over the North Korean line in what, 50, 60 years?
And not only that, Steve, he done it without a bodyguard.
Yeah. And fucker,
dude.
remember Kim Jong-un was like, we'll send nukes that way. They were talking tough, and I think people were like, hey, you don't know this the Americans are scared of this fucking guy. Like,
well, that's how he got the better of it, because he made a mockery of him by calling him Rocket Man.
yeah. And Kim Jong-un met him, like, went across the right at the demilitarized zone and shook hands. Like, that was crazy.
Here, did you see the thing that Elon Musk tweeted about the war in Ukraine? And people are going mad at him because he tweeted, and it's like he put a tweet up the other day about how we can get, like, de-escalate the war in Ukraine and Russia, right? And he made 4 points or something, right? And they're all good points, right? Like, to aim for peace, right? He was basically saying have a referendum in Ukraine and let them decide whether they want to go to Russia, which parts want to go and which parts don't. Do you know that way?
Yeah.
And everyone's going mad at him. Like, they're all going mad at him because he wants peace.
Well, not only that. Did you see that he sent a bunch of satellites down, and the Washington Post said, well, Elon he got help from the U.S. government, and Elon was like, dude, they paid for the shipping. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy though. Like, it's like, are you guys for Ukraine, or are you guys just for whatever floats your boat as far as I don't get why people vote for, like, in teams. I voted Democrat and I voted Republican. I'll vote for a mixture.
Either way. Yeah, I'll vote either way.
I vote for policies, not candidates.
Yeah.
But, like, I vote for candidates on their policies. Do you get me?
Like Tulsi Gabbard.
Like,
I'm not even gonna vote. I'm not even gonna vote for Trump. I'll most likely I'm gonna vote for Tulsi.
Well, you know, she probably hasn't got a hope of getting in. Do you know that way?
Yeah, she doesn't have a hope.
So what's the point in wasting your vote? Put her down as a number 2.
Well,
after Trump.
This is the thing. We actually vote twice. So we vote the first time, and then the DNC and the Republican Party, they kind of vote in themselves, like, who they want to run. Most likely within those years, it'll be Donald Trump versus whoever not going to be Biden. it's gonna be somebody else most likely. But
Probably
the thing
Camilla.
Camilla would be a disaster. They'd get fucking wrecked.
You
If
fucking-
they did,
Well,
it may very well be Kamala though.
because
was nothing there, guys.
will
No.
Hillary run again? Will she, Steve?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Probably Tulsi tore Kamala up. The DNC could have picked her, but then the DNC fucked Bernie Sanders. Like Bernie Sanders was a big one. They fucked him out of that vote. Like in reality, we get two candidates to pick out of, and the DNC and the Republican Party picks them out.
Well, Steve, over here it's kind of the same. Like we only have about 3 big parties. There.
Yeah,
But
what
we
is
have-
it? Fine Gael.
Oh yeah,
Fianna Gael, Fianna
Gael,
Fáil,
Fianna Fáil.
Sinn Féin, the Green Party, and People Before Profits,
Yeah,
and then
Fianna-
Independents.
And Fine Gael they just embezzled 500,000 in charity money.
Oh yeah, listen, all the NGOs, they give 15 billion a year to NGOs for all the trans activist lobbies and all. Did you not know that?
So,
They get 15 billion a year just to keep them going, like.
and 500 million euro they were supposed to give to charity, and they embezzled the whole thing.
Who was the government?
Fine Gael.
Oh, what was that about? I didn't hear that.
It was in the news. I was Nicola Tallant put that shit up.
And the mad, like, Fianna Gael went from Michael Collins to what they are now.
Why? I thought he was Fianna Fáil.
They were later Fianna Fáil.
And even worse,
Well, I thought
Fine
Fianna
Gael.
Fáil was just back in the day.
Fine Gael was comparing Sinn Féin to Donald Trump. Sinn Féin
I hate Sinn Féin.
is trying to do open borders. It's nothing
Sinn Féin-
near Donald Trump.
Sinn Féin are socialists.
Yeah.
They're socialists.
They're not nationalists. Like, and they're
They try to
at the pissing on the graves of every nationalist Republican that died for the cause.
And it's sick because
That's what I
they
heard. Yeah.
made a party for national salvation, of Ireland.
Like Sinn Féin sold a lie. They said we're for people of, but then they flipped.
They took
Yeah.
George Soros. They took the George Soros money.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I think it's now the Klaus Schwab money, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
The new weirdo in town.
Like
Did you
your
hear-
guys' from
you hear
what
about
I've noticed.
Did you hear
You
this scary Yoki says is will have nothing and be happy.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Well, that was
I-
the Agenda 2030.
Ireland, when I was looking into your guys' politics, it's even scary. Like the way that they bend over backwards to the fucking UK, it's a very
No, Brussels it is now, Steve.
Hey, not the UK. They've left Europe, so we don't have
Brussels.
to do. It's Brussels we have to fucking do.
oh
everything.
Brussels, yeah.
Where's Brussels? Belgium, is it?
Belgium, yeah.
Why the fuck?
Because they get a lot of money for the immigration. The more you guys immigrate, the more money they get.
Why
Boys,
is it
the,
fucking
boys-
Brussels?
the more you look into the fundamentals of the EU, it's the Roman Empire. Like,
It is.
Just repackaged,
yeah. It's the Fourth Reich.
Oh, you're not one of them, are you? You think the Nazis are still around?
No, not like, not. I don't mean Fourth Reich in Nazism. Like, I mean like the way they run, like Europe.
It's like-
You know what I mean?
Just the new
But
type.
every country is turning into that.
Yeah.
No, Steve, I don't
Even
know.
the US. The US is turning into that.
No. See, that's just the internet that makes you think that. See,
No. America's been under Nazi power since 1946. Since that, like, the Nazis
Since Operation Paperclip.
Paperclip, yeah.
Paperclip. But no, that doesn't mean they're under their power. They just brought them over because they knew so much about rocketry and all that shit.
Steve, it wasn't only rockery, it was uranium, it was nuclear power,
Yeah,
it was everything. Everything.
So it was America using them. Do you know what? America and England and Russia them all up.
Roosevelt thought the Nazis were 50 years ahead of them. He actually says they were 150 years more advanced than them.
Yeah, I mean, look at Germany almost took over the whole fucking world, dude.
If they didn't take on Russia, they would never have lost that war.
Oh yeah. If they never turned on Russia, we would probably be we'd all probably be wearing swastikas right now.
Oh, imagine that if we were all talking German. Imagine.
Yeah, it'd be true. Germany was that.
Steve Rowland, there's places in South America where they still walk around with the swastika on, like, in Nazi uniforms, like down in Chile and all, like
why
crazy.
Did they go down there? I don't get that. Like, why?
Because like the governments were sympathetic to them, like.
What? And the Germans all took off to South America.
Yeah.
But like, here's the crazy thing. So my school, they used to tell us like the U.S. won the war, and my dad told me straight up. He said, we didn't win the fucking war. He said, we didn't even join the war until way late. He said Russia won the war, and he said the biggest mistake Germany made was turning on Russia.
Stalingrad. They went too far in the.
My grandfather was liberated from a prisoner of war camp by Russians, so he always says the Russians won the war. Like the Canadians and the Americans, they won the war in France already.
Yeah.
But like,
then there was Japan, the atom bomb. That's what put America in the scary zone, was the atom bomb.
Yeah.
But think about it, Steve. It was Van Braun that put the finishing touches to that bomb. So if they never got him over, if Germany never lost that war, America would have been in a bloodbath invading Japan. They would have lost millions of soldiers.
Well, it was a lot of Germans. Like the U.S. was selling weapons to the U.K. and several other countries. We were manufacturing, selling weapons, and then we got Albert Einstein. There was a lot of German, highly intelligent, like German. Some of them, like half of them Jews, some of them other people, and they did the Manhattan Project, which was the atom bomb.
Oh yeah, the what's that? The Montaigne, what's it called again?
The Manhattan Project.
No, there's another one, and it's kind of based on MK Ultra.
That was after.
That's the Montauk Project.
Yeah, Montauk. Yeah.
Steve, did you ever hear of the journalist Annie Jacobson? She done a great book on Operation Paperclip. Brilliant book. Yeah. Annie Jacobson. She was on Rogan. Brilliant book.
Gerard said, I think Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine.
They have so many.
The only reason why we're going to war over Ukraine is because it's a high territory. It's a trade territory between us and Russia.
It's mind its own fucking business, like.
Well, Ukraine produce 80% of the world's grain. Like, that's massive.
The Europe spread basket, like.
Well, did you hear that dude on Joe Rogan's that was like he from Ukraine, and he said we didn't even have to go to war. He said everybody in NATO could have easily worked it out with Russia and said, all right, let's just keep the same program. He said the only reason why Russia went to war is because the U.S. was putting missile defense systems and some other things in Ukraine, and Russia didn't. Like that would be like Russia coming to Mexico and they start putting shit up.
Steve, like when Russia put missiles in Cuba.
Yeah. Same thing. Same situation.
Thing. So how can they
Yep.
get to do nothing and just sit there? Like?
Yeah.
And with Trump, I believe if Trump would have been president, the whole situation could have been avoided.
Well,
Trump was pulling out. He didn't want to be. Several places like Syria.
yeah,
We had there's an oil
Yeah.
pipeline that the U.S. and Russia were guarding, and Trump said, "Fuck that oil pipeline! Like we're bouncing now." Russia overwatches
just
it.
leave it. Like.
Yeah, it's just so.
I remember him saying, we shouldn't be in all these fucking countries, all these shithole countries. Like, remember he said that, he got loads of stick for it. I know that's just something else, but he did say then, I want to pull out of all these fucking countries that we have our soldiers in. It's ridiculous.
And it's China, really. Like
Hillary
Hillary Clinton. I think China is undercutting Russia, is what they're doing.
Lads, China have 2 million soldiers. And that's professional soldiers. Professional soldiers.
That don't even matter no more.
Yeah, because manpower doesn't matter when you're fighting with fucking laser beams, and do you know that way?
It's the tech now.
Yeah, America has the best stuff, and everyone knows it.
Like people are bringing up.
Do you know
People are bringing up like China going to the moon and getting these crystals. We've already been doing it. The U.S. has already been doing that shit.
Like America done it before anyone, so.
Yeah, I mean we spend the most on our military budget. We're 10, 15 years ahead of everybody.
Like a lot of your budget goes to the military.
Oh yeah, billions, and like our budget is almost as much as the whole world's budget on military. It's crazy.
See, that's what I was just going to say real quick, right? Russia, right? Candace Owens was saying last night, she was laughing about Russia like invading America, and she's like, "Do you know that California has a bigger economy than fucking Russia? Like, we don't need to be scared of Russia." Do you know that way?
Yeah, it's insane. Like for Russia to be like we're giving Ukraine shit that's old. We're giving them old shit, and they're winning now they're pushing Russia back.
I don't want them to fucking win. It's not fair. Like if because only for the fact that Zelensky's gonna let them the West move in forward.
But Steve, for world safety, it's better Ukraine win this war.
Why?
It is better.
Because Putin will not stop at Ukraine.
I will. I don't think he wants that. Like
he wants all them countries that used to be a part of the USSR.
Yeah, that's a
Sweden is joining. They're trying to join NATO now.
I thought they're
Ukraine. Poland. It's wild.
I thought Sweden were neutral.
Lads,
they are neutral.
World War III has started. It's just
it's a silent war.
It just hasn't like in 20 years' time they'll say the day Russia invaded last February was the day World War III started. Like
and China could have won. Like they were very well like infiltrating the US, but well, it's after this whole Trump and Biden shit, people are noticing what China's doing. So now China's like fucked on that game plan.
Yeah, because they're seeing how they treat their people and all.
Steve, do you read much on Noam Chomsky?
Uh-uh.
You should
No.
you should read that man. That man's probably one of the most intelligent, like when it comes to how the world's run and geopolitics. Like he's
I
brilliant.
don't really read like so, but
And do you know what communism means?
it's for the good for everyone over the individual. Everyone becomes first before the individual. The group before the individual. Is that it?
It's kind
Kind of. It means that
has the same amount of power as the next person.
Yeah. Communism works on paper, but it doesn't work in practice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Never works. Never.
Capitalism is the proper way the world should be run, but it should be. But capitalism, the money should be divided equally, and that's where communism kind of like you don't own the land. You kind of like no farmer should own more land. Everyone should own the same. But the thing about it is, all communist governments are corrupt.
Here's the thing with capitalism.
Imagine
So-
if you and Cam were both like working. You should like, get a better place than him because you work harder. But if you're in a communist place, you're both like them.
That's the thought. So with capitalism, if somebody, the thought process is if somebody works harder than the other person, that guy gets more than the other which is true. In capitalism in the U.S., anybody could make it down here. It's just a matter of work and and what you do.
Like
And
Steve, do you know how bad it's getting in Ireland?
We're all
I've seen the housing.
Some people will have to choose this winter between eating and heating.
No, they won't.
Course they will. Do you know?
€3 a week fuel allowance if you don't work.
Yeah, but if you do work, there's some people getting £500 a week, Sean, that are working 40 hours a week, like, and like they have to pay like a crash £100, like, and it's not that. It's like, it's like you know, the 28th of this month, the electricity bills are going up 38%. So that means what?
Yeah.
That means every £100 you're paying an extra £38. Like a gas bill is £800. The last gas bill, and electricity bill was £420. Like that's £1,200.
So I've actually been looking into this.
Wait, hang on, that's way too dear for 2 months. I only got 40 a week tops on the electricity.
Yeah, but you're living on your own, Steve. Like, you know what I mean? Like in my house, sometimes data comes around, the computer's on all day. You know what I mean? Like.
But that's still a huge figure. What you said too. What did you say again for your electricity and gas?
It was £1,250 for 2-3 month bills.
That is insane.
That's what it is now, Steve. I mean,
you should switch over to prepaid power.
And I've been looking into this. There's positives and negatives. Like y'all get free healthcare.
Yeah, well, no,
we don't get that shit down here.
No, we don't with everything. Dental care is like we get discounts. That's it. But like,
dental, we have to pay in full.
That's crazy. Can you not get free fillings or free? What would you call that when they pull them out? Extraction.
When you're a kid, so this is what my mom did. Whenever you're a kid and let's say your mom doesn't make that much, all the kids are put down on Medicaid. Basically, your dad. So if your dad and your mom aren't together, your dad pays child support, but the kids are on Medicaid. So I had I showed you all my fillings, right?
Yeah, the other night. Yeah, I see.
I got all my fillings.
Yeah, and the back.
I got all my fillings done in one day. Like it was like 16 fillings,
And what age were you
and
when you done that?
probably about like 14.
Jesus.
Like,
And the
like,
You must
dentist told me,
some amount of shite to have that amount of fillings at 14.
well, yeah, I ate a lot of candy, but this is what
Did
the
you drink
dentist told me.
Mountain Dew? Did you
Huh?
drink Mountain Dew? Because that's meant to be the worst thing for your teeth.
Oh, I drank a lot of soda, ate a lot of candy, but this is what the dentist told me. So after he was done, the dentist said, "Hey, when you become an adult," he was like, "this shit ain't gonna be for free no more." He said, "Your mom's Medicaid is paying for this." So he said, if you brush your teeth and you floss and you do this and that, you'll never have that issue again. Ever since that day, because I never wanted to go to the dentist again. Ever since that day, I brush, floss, do my shit. That's why my teeth are so white. Like, I take very good care of my teeth. But when you're an adult, let's say, like in boxing,
I forget to brush my teeth at night. I hate it the next day.
never forget it. In boxing, when I got my front tooth knocked out and I got the back tooth knocked out, they were trying to have me pay $2,000, and I had my mouthpiece. Luckily, I'm a little bit Jewish, so I kept the receipt for my mouthpiece, and I had an insurance plan through the boxing mouthpiece, so they paid for my shit. But it was a lot of money to fix the shit. If the mouthpiece never paid for it, I would have never been able to afford it. I'd probably still be sitting here talking to you guys with 2 fucking teeth out.
It is crazy. I'm gonna go back to the comments for a sec, right?
like Steve Rowland, have you not even heard Eamon Ryan saying that there may be even blackouts in the winter?
That's a load of bollocks, right?
Steve, no, it's but listen. Look. When everyone was saying we be locked down for months and all, everyone was saying there's a load of bollocks. They don't tell you these things unless they feed drip you things. They're not going to tell you something that's like that. They're definitely thinking about it if they're telling you.
Yeah.
And y'all got rid of the coal plants, didn't you, for electricity?
I don't. Well,
So check this out.
We get a lot of our power from France. They have a nuclear station, and we get a lot of our power from France. Did you just know that?
Well, no, y'all had coal for a little bit.
Oh yeah, we get a lot of power from France. Like
most of our power comes from wind turbines now off the west coast.
They give fuck all power.
Yeah,
Like,
but
my dad.
It gives enough, know what I mean, to keep us going. Like if the
you know the amount of board
you guys know that my dad's like a coal driller.
Yeah.
He does so my dad was telling me, he said the coal plants down here, they don't even put off pollution no more. He said the filters are so good that he said the shit that you see steaming off the top, it's just water vapor.
Yeah, but it's smokeless coal now, isn't it? It doesn't give the smog anymore. Only the Polish coal gives smog.
It's like on petrol or something.
Steve,
and they're trying to get rid of it.
Steve, do you know in the 80s in Dublin, like you couldn't see like 30 feet in front of you from the smog? Do you remember that?
I remember. Yeah, and it was real smoky and dirty in town and all.
You used to smell it off your clothes and all.
Yeah, everyone's chimney had smoke coming out of
it. You used to walk in like you were standing around the bonfire. Like you had to wash your clothes every night.
Do you remember when you used to get brought to the pub, like even in the 90s, right? And like you had to just play chasing or whatever, and like your eyes would be watering up and off from the smoke in the pub. Like that's what we got brought out with, Steve. Like, you know, if our dads were bringing us out for the day with our ma or whatever, we get brought to the fucking pub and they drink all day, and we just fucking drink lemonade and fucking play chasing in the pub.
Steve, do you ever see the smog in China? Like it used to be, it wasn't as bad as that.
Oh,
but it would have been, like,
is horrible.
Ireland was like 40%.
Yeah, here as well. He only pays 50. He pays 50 a week in his house for prepay. I'm on prepay as well, and I only pay 30.
But like, what like would you have? What would you use electricity wise? Steve?
I'd use the shower 3 or 4 times a week. I'd
Yeah.
use the washing machine probably 2 or 3 times a week, because they're the heavy items. See, I haven't turned my heating back on yet. You know
And
that.
and that's £50 a week.
See, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm 30 a week. Yeah, Jared
30.
in the comments is 50 a week.
Well,
He said
that's
50 here, Stephen, is dear. 3/4 of our electric come from England. What?
and we
Yeah,
getting a
see,
one and we getting a one-off payment of £500 to pay off our bill. Didn't we?
Yeah, everyone's getting a payment or a credit.
oh, so
Stephen,
they do the opposite with you guys.
are you
What?
getting that in cash or is it just going off
I
your
think
bill?
it's just going off our bill.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
sure.
so they do the opposite with you guys. They hit you with the high prices in the winter. For us, they hit us with the high prices during the summer.
Because of the AC and all.
Yeah, the air conditioner.
Yeah.
Because
That would be-
during the winter, my bill is only like $40.
Really? But what about having
Yeah.
showers? Like heating up
I
your
bet-
water?
I barely ever use it. And our water, so the water heater down here is it's instant, is what they call it. So
Yeah, you have like power showers as well. Like,
Yeah,
I don't.
well,
Steve, do you know
The-
your man Eddie Hobbs?
Oh yeah, the house
He-
smeller.
Yeah, he was saying now when the 38% pay rise comes in, it costs you 55 pence to boil a kettle.
No way, that's a lot of bollocks.
That's crazy, isn't it?
You know
what kind of hot water heaters do you guys have? Electric?
thing here. I just want to say one thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
ours is electric. Some people have gas, some people have electric, Steve.
Yeah, but
Have you guys ever seen the instant? They call them instant heaters now.
What you mean by that?
Like, for your water heater, you got like a big ass tank.
A boiler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we have boilers. Yeah.
these are boxes. So it's like a little box, and as your water comes in, it's all hooked up electrically. But as your water comes in, it heats it through the pipes. By the time it comes out, it's hot.
Oh, yes, Steve. The gas ones are like that with the little boiler light in them.
No. Not the. It's not even a. It's not even a big container. As the water just flows right through it and comes out hot.
Yeah, well, we have that as well. But like, it heats up our rads, and then like our water's hot as well.
What? You know how you have the tank?
No, like if we turn our heating on, like the radiator.
Yeah.
Like that'll mean our water gets hot as well at the same time.
Yeah.
Depending on what you got, yeah. Like if you got a tank, it's heating up. Like it's heating up that 55 gallons or whatever big tank you got.
Yeah, I have a huge boiler in my apartment.
These it's instant. The water's literally coming through, and it's instant. There isn't even a tank.
Yeah,
Steve, is that the one you're talking about? You can get scalding hot water like that, make a cup of tea out of your tap.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the bad part. Is it comes out scalding hot if you like. It's real touchy on the settings.
Yeah.
But we have those. But if you don't have no electricity, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're dealing with cold water.
You've no heat and you've no light. You're fucked. Like Steve,
Yeah, you're screwed.
every Monday at 10 o'clock, my electricity goes off, right? And like, cause it'll stay on for the weekend, right? But I always let it go over the balance, like into emergency money. And like, so it'll stay on till 10 o'clock Monday morning. So I have to always run out before or just at 10 o'clock to like get electricity. And like 1 week I'd fuck on money and I had to go a couple of days with no electricity and it was fucking the worst time ever.
Do you want the good
Oh,
news,
you-
Stephen?
What?
Hall Martin says in the winter that they will not be turning off the prepaid power. Like, what they will do is that you'll just pay it back in the summer.
Oh, that's
No,
a good idea, yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's not
like-
really. It's better than being cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
guess
it-
that. Yeah,
but
it's
what I-
better than being cut
But
off.
what it means is you'll have to put like money in the summer where you usually don't.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't bother me, like, because
No. At least you'll have electricity for the
yeah,
winter.
like, because in the summer it's very low. Like, you know, it's not all you never put the heating on ever. You know that way.
Yeah.
And
See, my great grandma Riley had a wood burning stove, so she was like, "Fuck that! I ain't relying on that shit." So she had the wood burning stove, which I love them motherfuckers. Like that thing was pretty tight, but you can't control the heating, I guess.
what you in now, Jared Welch? He said he says he pays 50 here, right, for his electricity. But he says 3/4 of our electricity comes from England, and I think I was gonna say that. You know, Sellafield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of our power from there. So and then he says, I got rid of my gas and put in a back boiler. We call it. You have to light the fire to heat the rads on hot water. I never heard.
Yeah,
of it.
okay.
we done the exact same thing. It's like the immersion.
Yeah, but
we
he
got
says
the
you have
immersion.
to light the fire.
We got the immersion back in. Like no, we got the cold fire back in, and it heats everything.
Oh, all right, so that's the same thing as Jared.
Yeah, remember like in the 80s, put the immersion on. We got that back in.
See, all right, but you know what's mad, Darren? I still have a fucking immersion in a brand new fucking apartment.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
No, like I can't get an instant shower. I have to wait like an hour before the water heats up.
Did y'all ever go through this situation? Remember when I had that big winter storm?
Oh
Yeah.
the big phrase.
Yeah.
And-
So when I was using the heater, the
Houses
electric.
were flooding in Texas and not.
Oh yeah, and the electric company, they were charging 10 times more. So my electric bill over here was like $1,500 for like a month, and I told, yeah, and Jake was like, dude, he was like, we got hit hard, and he was like, it's 1,500, and I was like, dude, I can't even afford that. So, Texas, the governor put in an emergency thing to challenge the electric companies because the electric companies spiked the prices just because they could.
They'll do that, Steve.
They
Like,
tried to. It didn't work. The governor voted it out, so nobody had to pay for the extra. Like it wasn't even extra kilowatts. They called it emergency kilowatts is what they tried to
That's
call it.
not fucking fair. They're scumbags. Like, think it like you're alright, sure, and you're wrong, right? But think of families that are struggling and like then they get a fucking huge bill in like that for their heating or whatever.
That was the biggest electric bill I ever had in my life. I was like, no fucking way, I'm not paying for that.
I was looking at jobs today, right? And the guy that should have called it what now they're doing the recruiting, right? Yeah. This is wait to hear the best bit. How much do you reckon a guard gets a week starting off?
675.
£469.
No
Euro.
fucking
They
way.
should be getting a lot more than that, shouldn't they?
Now, would you put up with this shit you'd have to put up for
That's what
fucking
I'm
Fuck that.
Like every minute of the day, they're hyper vigilant about everything.
and then it says like from that up to €529. Like,
It's the same way here. Like, who the fuck wants to be a cop?
Yeah, why would you want to put yourself through all that shit?
you get more stacking shelves in Queenswood.
Yeah, like see,
Yeah.
you get paid like 500 a week, 600 in there, like.
Yeah, doing the night shift. Like, fuck that being
And
a guard, like,
imagine the bullshit that you got to put up with.
Oh,
no
geez.
way would I do it. No way would I do it.
I'd kill
No
myself.
way.
I'd kill myself.
Now, if they made me a detective, like if
Oh,
they
no.
said, Steven, will like you could, I want you to like be a detective, like on murder cases, I would be all in just for the fun of it. Like that's a fun fucking job. But,
I reckon the detectives are only coming out with about 7.
yeah, they don't get paid that much.
I
No.
wouldn't want any type of law figure.
I think most of those detectives, they just do it just because they enjoy
They must enjoy it because
the experience.
yeah, and they must be very confrontational in their personalities, you know, that way. Because
Have you ever watched the First 48?
No, what's that about? I heard that before.
So here in America, they have a show. It's called The First 48 because whenever a murder happens, they have 48 hours to solve it. The detectives do before it moves on to another detective.
Oh,
So,
it's brilliant. It was beyond like Discovery and Forensics Channel and all. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Usually, if they don't crack it in the first 48, they don't really get it.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Like, there's a detective from Atlanta. She's very smart. She lies too. Like, you can see the little tricks that they play. She was like, "Hey, this person picked you out of a lineup," and she was lying. And the guy broke down. He was like, "All right," and he started snitching everybody out. I was like, "Damn!" And
But
she
Steve,
was like,
"But Steve, isn't it illegal for a policeman to lie in the States? They can't do it in Ireland."
So they can do it. They can do it during an interrogation.
They can lie to get a confession. They can't do it in Ireland.
Without a lawyer, as long as the guy doesn't get a lawyer.
Like, you get over the technicality if they lie, like, while you're being questioned in Ireland. Like,
yeah, and you could watch dudes crack. Like, you can slowly start to see it, but they're smart dudes that are like, "Hey, I want my lawyer," and they can't crack that case. It's pretty much done at that point. But
most of them 48-hour programs are ones that they do crack the people. They never really show ones where they don't crack them.
yeah, and most of those cops, like, even when you watch cops, they're not like, most of them aren't bad. Some of them are fucking dicks, but most of them aren't bad people. They're like, "Hey, like, let's work it out, blah blah." They're very calm, but they do have to deal with a whole lot of bullshit. Like, I couldn't do that every day, man.
But Steve, do you see the cops? Is that the one you were talking about? Bad Boys, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been watching that, right? And say there was a car pulled over, and the policeman comes over, and there'll be a guy and a girl in the car, and he starts putting his flashlight in, right? And he'd find a bit of residue of cocaine on their jeans and swab it and do them for it. Like,
Oh yeah. So there's
Like,
cops that do that. There is. There's cops that.
Dirty cops.
like Steve, you know, like a bit that probably fell off your finger onto your jeans or something, like, and they do them for it. Like,
Yeah.
like they'd be like, how, like, a judge, like, if that was in Ireland, the judge would throw it out.
I don't think they
would. See,
I don't think a policeman in Ireland would do it for traces.
I know they wouldn't. But
I actually got in touch with a ex-guard off, and he was telling me, he said, "Hey, most of those guys are fucking dickheads, they get power trips, and he said that's why he quit the force down there. He was like, man, I couldn't do it. He was
Steve, I've had guards that have given me like 30 and 40 pound blocks of hashback. You know what I mean? And just telling me like, yeah, don't be
Yeah.
leave it in your house. Don't be carrying it around with you. Like,
that's what he was telling me, Dan. He said,
especially if they're detectives. Like,
yeah,
well,
he was telling me. He said, if I caught a guy and he had like like 2 grams of weed or something, he said I'd just hand it back and be like, all right, go about your. Like, he was chill like that, but he said then he started getting a partner that was on a power trip, and he said he made it a fucking nightmare, and that's why he quit the force. He's like, I couldn't do it. Like, the money's not even worth it.
yeah, because he has to back his partner up no matter what. Like, even though if you don't want to nick someone and your partner does, like, you have to go with your partner because he won't back you up. Like, it's
yeah. And he was saying, like, he was in a bad part, and he was telling me, he said the kids were starting to like trust in him and shit. They were all, but then he said as soon as he got this partner, he said everything changed. They viewed him as a dickhead because his partner was a dickhead, and he said it got too much of a situation. Like, I get it. You need cops, like, you do. You need cops, but you can't be on a power trip like that.
like, we all give out about the police now, but at the end of the day, if something's stolen on us and all, like, who do we call? The police?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Like, imagine there was no police.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people. I said, you can talk shit about them as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you're gonna call them whenever you're in a situation.
I just show you this video because it's so creepy, right? It's only 3 minutes, right? We'll just watch it.
Like, Steve, my mother's called the police on me. My mother's called the police on me. You know what I mean? Like, my mother's a civilian, like an old woman. Like, if I know her hand, like, she's every right to call the police on me. Like, I don't hold that against her.
Oh, my mom's called the police on me too over my little brother. Yeah, and most of the time, like, certain cops are pretty cool, but then other ones are just.
Right, can we just stop for 3 minutes? I just want to show you this video, and I want to see what you think about it, right? It's meant to be about the you know what. You're not allowed to say it on YouTube. You know that thing?
The
Needlecraft.
Yeah, does Walshy want to come in, does he?
Yeah, if he wants to come in, Jared Walsh, you can come in. But I just want to put this on, but you can come in if you want. I'll throw him on if you want to come in. Do you want to come on, Jared?
He's in the chat on his own, he is.
Oh, is that the fella from the Messenger?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it must be. It's a site. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Tell him he can come in. He doesn't have to turn his camera on. Like.
Send him the link.
I'll put it back in there. Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Right. 1 sec.
Because he was on the call with us. Like, he might as well bounce in. There's only
I
the 4 of us there.
Him the whole time. 1 sec. Where'd you get the link from, Steve? Invite. Yeah, hang on. Have it. Right. Yeah. And I'll put it in the chat. So, Jay, type on this, right? Or just click on it, and I'll be able to drag you into the panel then. But you don't have to have your camera on, like. There, look, there's the link if you want to come on. Right, guys, will you just tell me your opinion on this, right? It's 3 minutes long. Wait to see. It's creepy as fuck. It's only after happening in China, right? Now, right, I'm going to share my screen, right? 1 sec. Tell me if you can hear it, will you?
All right. Go ahead.
1 sec. Right, this is it, right? Okay. Do I play from the tab, yeah?
You do share screen.
Yeah, I done that already, and I'm on the, like, I can see tab in the thing, but where do I play it from? The actual tab or in here in the dialogue box?
Are you on your computer or your phone?
The computer.
So from your computer, you would just search whatever you want to play.
Right. I'll see if
Yeah.
it plays. Right, tell me if it's playing now, right?
Just open the tab.
This video came to my attention on a kind
You
of
hear that?
channel
See
where
it?
a guy was
No?
Yeah,
I
you can
can't
hear
see
it,
it.
can't see it.
saying,
Can't
"What
see it.
God?"
You
No.
gotta click share screen. So whenever you do the share,
Oh,
there's
yeah, sorry.
Provides
there you go.
I don't.
See it? Right now. Right.
This
this
video came to my attention on a kind of a Muppet channel where a guy was going, talking
Can you
like
hear and
this
see it?
saying,
what
Yeah.
God, the Bible
says,
says, this kind of nonsense.
I'm
I'm
also
also
posting this video with the
proviso that
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if this
this
actually
actually
Just what-
happened
listen.
or not. These are actually linked to the needlecraft.
But
But according to the story
and
and what other people have told me,
there's
there's a certain kind of seizure now associated with people who have been foghorn leghorn and beyond. And this foghorn leghorn shuffle seems to have the same exact manifestations. People look behind them like they're seeing an object that isn't there.
Then they
Then
go on
either fight it or try to avoid it.
They go on a strange spin. It's always behind them, this thing they see.
And up in the air slightly, like they're looking at a tall creature or something.
Then they
Then
go for a spin, and then they land, and
their legs are placed in a catatonic shape.
The
The
Yes,
same in
yeah.
every case.
So
So the legs have this strange posture about them.
They
and
put
that
you
they're-
in an entity or something.
They're like locked in a kind of paralysis.
No, it's
Now,
about the thing.
Again,
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
for
for certain
needlecraft.
if these videos are legit,
if they're
if they're
all
all
from the
the
post-needlecraft
post-needlecraft
phase. But
But
we've all noticed changes in people
See?
who
They're
have
all
been
doing that.
taken
the
the
needlecraft,
needlecraft,
especially if they've been foghorn leghorn and boy and say boy.
It's just to do with the needle.
And
Yeah.
there's definitely an apparent issue with nervous
Look at this. He falls into the
nervous
train.
system issues with people these days,
especially
especially some things like on the roads and stuff.
This
This
poor gentleman spun around
and
and
fell onto that train, which
which
I'm not going to show here, so don't worry.
But yeah,
But yeah,
there's something,
there's something going on. There's something strange here.
Whether
it's related
or
or
relatable
relatable
to the needlecraft,
I honestly don't know.
I
I honestly can't say for sure. And if it turns out
that this
that
guy
this guy who made this video talking about what the Bible says, God, was spoofing us, I'll take this video down.
But I'd
But
like,
I'd
to hear what people in the comments
have to say about this. I think
this
this is
a
a
plausible
plausible and worrying development
that
that
this
this substance is doing this to people.
So if
If this video is a lot of bollocks, tell me.
if you think it's legit,
tell me.
But
But honestly, I'm just relaying what I see here
without
without
the
the muppetry of some guy like some, that delivering a very American thing.
Sorry.
Always do for big hits and likes.
I just
want to know the truth of this.
I'm
I'm particularly disturbed and
also
It
also
looks like they're being
fascinated
possessed.
by the shape of the
the
leg.
leg.
It looks like you're
The
seeing
legs
like
look like
a
going
demon.
during the paralysis.
Is this a normal thing that happens in paralysis? Many people know.
I don't.
I'm not a
I'm not a
medical
medical expert, but
there's
there's
no
no
doubt
doubt
about
that with
the mother
Mother
That
Heart
looks a bit
is
fake.
now
Open his doors.
that have
that
been
have
needle crafted, and
and the fact that there's the world people just change.
Look at that.
I mean,
I mean,
even
even
the Guardian newspaper last week
Yeah,
talked about how
I've seen this on TikTok.
changed, and then they
and then
tried
they tried
to
to
blame
blame
it
Oh,
on
you
the
already
long
seen
road,
it?
long road.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Look at the way their legs all go up.
The needle craft.
Yeah, the
Oh,
other
yeah,
side.
watch this
I'll let
guy,
you see
Dan.
this. Tell
Watch
me what
this
you
shit.
think, and
Yeah.
you know,
It's crazy.
we'll discuss this rationally and sanely like adults.
They spin around and walk up.
See the
Look at
leg?
the leg.
Always seems to be that position.
They're all the same. They all end up like in the same position.
It looks like a seizure.
But like, do you only use know anything about like Norse stuff? Do you end up like that if you have a fit or whatever your legs?
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So a seizure, just because my brother used to have, well, he still does. He had seizures all the time. He wouldn't spin like that, but he would like lock up and his face would turn blue.
Catatonic, like.
Yeah. So what they told me is you turn them on their left side because your heart is on your left side, so you have the blood rushing to the left side. You don't put anything in their mouth. You know how in the movies they say you got to put something in their mouth, like
That's a myth.
you don't do that. And I would just sit there, I would just sit there and wait it out. But that looks like a seizure.
The leg does stick up like that, Steve. I've never seen anyone spinning like that.
Yep.
That doesn't happen all that other stuff, does it? Like where they're spinning around and then they do it like and they're looking behind their shoulder before they fucking
that's what I was noticing is like the spin around. Like my brother, it just came out of nowhere. Like my brother would be like sitting on the couch, or anything, and it would just happen.
Yeah, I had to take warfarin tablets. I suffer from blood clots, and I do take.
Are they blood thinners?
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend.
I do take one or two, like, and either my leg will stick up or my left arm, but like I've never spun around.
Yeah.
Wait, but why would they do that? Just normal, like they just go up like that?
Well, with me, what it is, for some reason, it's always my left side that fucking goes stiff. No, when I take it.
Well, is that a side effect from the medication? Like,
I don't know. I think I'm taking mini strokes. I think, to tell you the truth, like I think I've took 2 mini strokes.
Right. Okay, but I'm just wondering, is it from the tablets you're taking them? Like,
no, the tablets stop me taking them. Like, to keep me.
All right.
What happens is my blood gets too thick. I produce too much vitamin K, and it thickens my blood. And what happens is my blood doesn't circle around, and it stops the circulation, and it causes my nervous system to spasm. That's how your leg kicks up on me arm. But I've never spun around in circles. Like, no one's ever told me I even have.
Usually,
you know the way you blood thinners. You know when you take the blood thinners, does it make your blood just normal? Then, like, it doesn't make it too thin. You yourself, you wouldn't splurt out blood, would you?
Well, I'm not actually on the warfarin at the moment. I take I'll show you now.
It's crazy all the things like that can happen.
Like epileptic seizures, it's just the brain.
They're called
they're
called Alexis or something, like fucking. The little
yellow
yolks.
Friend. Yes, I don't know if they're warfarin, but they're blood thinners anyway.
Does she have to go down to the hospital every week or two and get a blood test?
No, she goes probably every couple of months.
No, if she's on the warfarin, she'll be down there at least once or twice a month.
Oh, would she?
See,
she does go there probably every month, maybe.
See, the thing about warfarin is the dangerous thing about them, like if you got stabbed or cut or sliced or something, you won't stop bleeding.
Yeah, that's the thing about bleed out if you get cut, like.
But the one that's the good thing about the one I'm on now, like you clock quick enough if you get cut.
And in jail, I've seen dudes have seizures from DT and from cold turkey alcohol, and they've had seizures.
You know that to withdraw from
alcohol. Oh, dude, a lot of them they lose their fucking minds.
Yeah, one of the worst things for causing fits coming off are benzos.
Benzos,
yeah, benzos,
yeah.
You know what I heard about benzos, Darren? I heard that it's only the first 48 hours. If you get through that, you're grand. You won't have a fit. Like,
come here.
2 days.
Come here. Lee went through 7 months of hell coming off them.
Yeah, it can take ages for
destroy. I reckon they even had a part in his death. Now, the way he was giving them up.
Yeah, me too. I'd say the same.
Do you reckon he might have taken some again after he got clean or something?
No, he wasn't taking enough. I think that's what his problem was. Like after taking loads of them for years and just kind of stopping them.
Remember, Darren? You remember that one day me and you were talking to Lee, and Lee was like, he was drooling on himself and like falling asleep while, and he was like, "Don't hang up," and I was like, "Motherfucker, you falling asleep while you're talking."
Yeah, but no, to tell you the truth, he stuck a needle in him that night.
Yeah, I heard about that. I wish. I'm pretty like, I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed in myself because I never. Lee had called me a couple of times. I just didn't answer because I was at work. Like, and I don't know.
But you went to know Steve, like, you know that way. So you got to yourself.
Yeah, but I was around him with Steve, but I couldn't be around him when he was sticking needles in him and all because he was unpredictable. He used to get violent and all, like, and like, I didn't need that around me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I couldn't be around someone if they're doing that. I just couldn't.
My dad
was a good lad, but he was a good lad. He was a troubled soul, but he was good.
My dad.
No, I like Lee.
One day I handed.
He took everything to heart, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Like if you didn't answer him and all.
Round up easy, yeah. Like
check this out. One day, I handed my dad the phone because Lee wanted to talk to my dad. My dad went off with my phone. They were talking for like 2 hours. I was like, "What the fuck, motherfucker?" Like, that's my goddamn friend. Yeah. Well, my dad's into the IRA shit, so him and Lee were just going on a tangent about like IRA. My dad was asking him all kinds of questions. So when Lee died, I told my dad, and my dad was like, "What, the guy that I talked to?" I said, "Yeah." I was like, he was like, "What the fuck?" He was like, "Man, I'm sorry."
It was unexpected, wasn't it? But like, because there was nothing wrong with him.
It seemed that way.
He was.
And Steve, he was like that because I remember one morning in my house, it was about 10 to 7, and I says, "Lee, I'm going to bed." He goes, "Darren, I let myself out," right? So I woke up about 6:30 in the night, and I came out, and he was sitting in the sitting room, and he says, "What, did you go home and come back?" "No, I'm here all day talking to your man." He goes, "I'm not getting the Sunday roast and all."
Lee was the craziest.
Yeah, I like Lee.
Like he talked to anyone. Like,
yeah,
and he was intelligent.
Even you know, him and Guinness had gotten into it, and Guinness was so respectful. He called me after the news that Lee had died and shit, and Guinness was like, "Hey, I didn't know, like, I didn't know any of this." Him and Lee were like kind of going at it. Yeah, but I told Guinness, I said, "Hey, if it was you or like Lee would be on the phone telling me the same shit too." I said, "You guys were two peas in a pod, really." Like, but
yeah, Lee just said something, and Guinness took it to heart, and Lee wouldn't back down, and Guinness wouldn't back down. So
Darren, the thing that Lee did say was from 3 months before Sean read it. Do you know that? Like, he thought he only thought it was from that week, but it was from 3 months before that.
Yeah, it was all blown out of proportion.
Yeah. And I told Guinness, I said, "Hey, like, don't get bent out of shape for it. Like, you called me, you're telling me like you're sorry and everything." I said, "That's all." I said, "You and Lee were like the same. Him and Lee were pretty much same peoples. Like, they were just big, tall dudes that, you know, they get bent out of shape about anything.
Oh, shoot him! Sean was tall. He goes too tall, dudes.
Lee was tall. Lee's 6 foot something. So is Guinness.
Oh, Sean isn't tall.
Well,
He's
no,
like-
I'm saying Guinness is Sean.
I'm 5'8" and Lee towered over me.
Yeah, Lee's a tall motherfucker.
Was he 6'3", he said, or something?
About
Mhm.
6'1", 6'2" he was.
And so was Guinness.
Jeez, that's-
Guinness was the same height.
What are you, Darren?
5'8".
What height do you? Oh, user, what are you, Steve?
5'8".
Oh, user all the 5'8"ers. I'm 5'9".
Well, you're just an inch. What are you gonna say? Like don't make it seem like you're 6 foot right now.
Well, we're here, Max. I'm 5'11".
And I could probably add on an extra inch with all the hair I have at the moment, but
And your runners, they add on at least an inch. Depends what type of runners.
yeah. Do you know what? The runners they're making nowadays are fucking horrible.
Oh, they're bad.
They're horrible, they're right. They're fucking mouldy looking. You can
Nike?
still get some lovely.
Adidas.
Nike still has some lovely ones and Adidas.
I don't buy Nikes no more.
Why?
Oh.
They're too dear? Are they too horrible?
The colours are horrible.
No. Whenever I did that marathon, I started realizing Nike, Adidas, those companies, they don't make their shoes to last.
Well, Steve, like the way it is, right? I've about like 8 pairs of runners, right? And so mine never wear out because I always wear a different pair every day. Do you know that way? So I don't be wearing the same pair like most days, like so. Like I have a pair of runners from about 4 or 5 years ago that I still wear.
Yeah, I'm the same, Steve.
Have you guys ever heard of On Clouds?
No, are they a make?
Are they a jogging shoe, Steve?
Jogging, whatever you want to wear, they're badass looking too. They're good looking. But they last. They last up to 400 miles.
Yeah, I bought a pair of them Yeezy fucking slides. Now the mad looking ones.
Oh,
Yeah. Fuck their like.
Did you pay
Yeah.
full price for them like in the shop?
Yeah.
Much ready?
Hold on, look. I have them here.
I hate all that Yeezy stuff. I hate all of it.
Well, Kanye is making it affordable now.
Yeah, you see, he's doing $20 for all his items. Is that just for t-shirts or for everything?
For everything.
Oh, that is so cool, isn't it?
But Adidas is gonna drop him. Adidas is gonna drop him now because he wore that White Lives Matter shirt.
He don't care because if he's selling his clothes for $20 each, everyone's gonna want to buy the stuff. Do you know that way?
Yeah, look at them.
And he'll recognize fashion. Right, let's see the end of them and I'll turn it the other way. That doesn't look like a Yeezy.
Yeah,
Those
see
are
the
the
Yeezy
Yeezys.
sign.
What's that? The circle? Is that the sign?
Like here, I got these.
What are they? They look
Those
like
are
they're
Yeezys.
about 10 years
Those are Yeezys.
My niece had a pair of Yeezys on, right? And they're the Croc ones. And it was like, they're fucking disgusting. Oh,
Not-
they're
not
the
these.
Aldi runners.
Are they
These
the
are
ones with all
Asics.
the holes and all in them, Steve?
Huh?
Yeah,
Are
they're
they?
Croc.
Yeah, I just bought them ones for like do you know when you're in the gym, like, and you're walking around in the sauna and all, no, so you don't get verrucas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, they were only, yeah, that's the only reason I bought them, but they're all right. And then like in the summer, like in the
I
summer,
get
Sometimes-
like I'd get slides to wear me gaff, like, you know, like when I come home, so I don't have to wear runners around everywhere.
So
Oh,
for
they're
back-
nice.
They're nice, Dave. They're nice.
But
Shows
these,
them.
I only use these for basketball.
Oh, they're them fucking basketball runners, ain't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate them.
And then I got these.
Oh my god. They're panty classes, rollerblades.
And these are my longest lasting shoe.
Oh my god, they're horrible.
They're a cowboy boot.
Yeah, I use these for work. Seriously, these cowboy boots have lasted me 8 years.
Well, Steve, would you not rather a proper pair that go up to just under your knees, like?
What,
Well,
like
cowboy boots
a
don't
cowboy
go.
boot?
Yeah, because they're
Cowboy
not
boot.
meant to be that
So
short.
go
like.
above your ankle.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
they-
meant to go up to your under your knee, kind of, aren't they?
Are you
Well,
talking about Steve's talking about the welding ones, no, like the leather
No.
welding boots.
No, but if you have a heel
Oh,
on, you go up higher than that.
Oh, like
Hey.
the ones the Mexican cartel wear.
Oh,
no, just
hell no! I never wear the Mexican boots.
Not just the cowboys wear them. Show us them other pairs do.
All right, here. So
Steve,
For-
know the little spinny thing that used to be on the back of the cowboy boots? What were they for? The spurs.
the spurs are for horses. Whenever you're riding them.
To dig into them, like.
Yeah, you dig it into their ribs.
Jeez, that's
Oh.
cruel.
Steve,
They
you know what
don't
I
make
mean.
those no more though.
See, I'm going to get them up on Google search and I'll show you them, right?
Steve Ronan, what? You old enough to remember the brush tops on your runners? They used to be like, they used to be like beer bottle tops. You used to put them in the no, like they were on like a kind of like bit of like a beer top with two bits coming out that used to clip in the top of your where your top.
Do you know
hold
what
your-
I remember? I remember Ascot boots. Do you remember them? The Ascot runners, the suede runners.
We'll get them in red and black and all, and leather. Yeah.
But suede you can't wash in the all of these I can wash in the washing machine, but suede you can't do that.
Steve, suede you just boil your kettle and let the steam and then just rub them
That's what I've heard.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of shoes, but now I barely got any.
Are you into these these new runners that they're making now without the laces?
Balenciaga and all.
I seen those, but so remember when I was doing that marathon? It was a while back, but so I learned.
About these, I just want to show you this real quick, right? What about these type of boots, right? Just gonna share the screen for a sec. We'll keep talking, yeah.
Do you know what my favourite boot are? Rockport.
I never heard of them, you majo.
They're in the exact same shape as kickers, but they're a lot more expensive.
Oh yeah, I used to have kickers myself in the 90s. Right, look at these. These are the ones I'm on about that go up to your knees. Look, Steve, these ones.
Oh hell no! I would never fucking wear a boot like that. You got me fucked up.
Hang on.
Are they mints?
Yeah.
Steve, look up Ariat.
Air. How to spell that? Red ones.
It's spelled Ariat.
Why are they? It says tall cowboy here. What are they?
That's one of our best boots from around here.
They're
Them
crazy looking.
Some of them go up to your bleeding weight, up to your toes.
wears them?
Yeah, ain't no way I'm wearing those.
Who wears them, Steve?
Rent boys.
Now you could wear muck boots. Muck boots are a big thing in like Alaska and shit like that.
No,
But,
see,
like-
I don't think they look that bad if a jean is going over them.
Yeah, but you know what I think they're for? Concealing weapons. Because
Yeah.
you put your jean over them, don't you?
Either that or imagine a man
Yeah,
walking
but,
in with a boot
I
that
think
fucking
it's
high.
I think it's pure gay, like, to not put your jeans over them. You know, if you just tucked your jean into them.
Kanye West wears them with his jean tucked in them. Like, he
I-
has no.
Cowboy boots.
I put my jeans over.
Yeah. Watch the Kanye West is wearing boots up to his knee lately.
Well, see,
Sorry?
these look more like women's boots. What's the ones you said to say, Tristan? Aria?
So look up Ariat. It's Ariat.
All right, one sec.
And my favorite is the ostrich print.
All right. A or
Are they expensive, Steve?
go on. Oh, yeah,
They're expensive, but they're not as expensive.
Right here, yeah. Yeah, they
Some of
look nicer. They're
They're okay.
Yeah, they're way than the ones we were just looking at. They're way nice.
There's two things you got to look for. There's the pythons,
Steve, they're the ones I was saying that I really meant. They don't go up to your knee. They go kind of halfway up your leg. Do you know that?
Yeah. They just go up like quarter of the
Top
way.
of your shin. They go up to the top of your shin.
No, they kind of go up like in the middle of your bottom leg.
Yeah.
Do you know that way?
But they look
and
nice.
see that?
They look okay.
The ostrich, the ostrich prints you wear out to, like, if you're going to the club or something, you wear the ostrich. You don't use those for work. It's really expensive.
These are fancy, Eddie.
Yeah.
It is fancy shit.
Do you know
Yeah,
who's
These
mad?
only one is.
Like look up Ariat ostrich print.
Do you know who's mad into all them type of boots? Your man Brendan Schaub.
Brendan
Who is he? Oh,
Brendan is that little fucking.
Why does everyone hate him?
Because
He says dumb
fake.
shit.
He's a fake.
What?
He
He's
says
a what?
dumb-
funny.
He says dumb shit.
Yeah, well, come here. I don't think Joe Rogan's that funny either.
Rogan is funny if you see him in stand-up. He is.
But I've watched his Netflix specials and they're not that good.
Yeah, but Brendan Schaub robs jokes. That's like when you
is
rob.
that why he gets the reputation?
Yeah.
Right. I thought it was just people were jealous of him because he was real good looking and in shape and all. That's
Like Joe Rogan is a good podcast host for his comedy.
Yeah.
I'll even
needs a lot to be laughed at, doesn't it?
some of his shit is funny, but like
yeah, he'll get the odd funny thing. But come here, compared to Dave Chappelle and all them, he's nothing like.
Oh, Ari Shaffir, his friend. Ari is my favorite. Ari Shaffir.
Yeah, has he got specials on Netflix, Steve?
I think so, yeah. And he does The Amazing Racist on YouTube.
But boy, the crazy thing about it is there's only one comedian in the world richer than Joe Rogan, and that's Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Dave Chappelle was bigger than him.
No, Rogan has fuck you money, as he calls it.
No, I thought Dave Chappelle was bigger than the other black fella.
No,
And
but
he's probably bigger, but he hasn't got as much money.
yeah, Dave Chappelle's never started like a podcast or anything.
Yeah.
Like Joe Rogan in the very beginning, I started watching Joe Rogan in 2009. That's when he was just starting out. Brian Redban was he didn't even have young Jamie yet.
Steve, do you ever watch this? I love watching it every week. It's called Kill Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh, dude, Kill Tony is good.
Isn't it? I love it.
And
I love,
it's in Austin.
but I love when they're crap. Do you? I hate when they're good.
Not William Montgomery. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah. The big
The Tennessee Strangler, they call him.
He looks like a serial killer, doesn't he?
He does.
He looks like Krusty the Clown or something.
Did you know that they've already had a serial killer on Kill Tony?
No way.
Yeah. Look it up. Look up serial killer Kill Tony, and there's even a news interview with Brian Redband where he's talking about it. He's like, "Yeah, dude just came onto the show.
Yeah.
He did like a minute thing."
What's the name of that dude? She said Aria what? Turkey?
Area Ostrich.
Ostrich. Jimmy Turkey.
The ostrich print is my favorite.
Alright, I'll go see what they're like now. Can you see me typing as well?
Yeah.
You're like the dumb fuck, can't even spell.
Cowboy boots are built to last, though, man. That's one of the things. That's why I like them.
Yeah, they look real. They last for years.
Yeah, you could spend tons of money on them, and they'll last for 10, 15 years.
And especially if you get the sole of them, like the steel on the heel of them.
Steel
steel toes.
Yeah, and then you can get the soles like redone every few years. Like
I
they
like
last forever.
that one's coming up off the ground. Like I like that look. Like
that's the ostrich print right there.
That is.
Yeah, click on that one. That's the one that I want.
Yeah,
it's like 500. That's like $500 boot right there.
No way. But see the way it kind of comes up off the ground, it gives it a real fashionable look to it, doesn't it?
They're classy.
Yeah, I like them.
That's what you wear to clubs.
Well, Steve, you probably
wear them here. You couldn't wear them.
You'd get stick in Ireland for wearing them, wouldn't
you? Well, I don't know if you would down the country, like.
No, you'd be able to wear them on a night out, but you wouldn't be able to wear them just as everyday wear.
No way!
So Iceland, I had one of my grandpa's friends. He went down to Iceland with those ostrich print boots and a cowboy hat, and he said everybody in Iceland was like, "Oh my God!" Like they were having him come over and they were taking pictures of him and shit. And he said it was because of the cowboy boots and the cowboy hat and being from America. Like they were.
Wait, this must have been pre-internet because.
And not only that, Steve, line dancing is huge over there.
Yeah.
In Iceland.
Yeah, huge.
Hey, do you know there's only 300,000 people that live in that whole country?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's mostly all great and glaciers, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and it's meant to be beautiful up there, the geysers and all, you know, the water's flying out of the glaciers and all on the ground.
And it's roasting. You can actually get in it and like fucking like.
Yeah, it's warm.
Oh, he was telling us that they made cake. That they made cake in the ground. He said that they dug a hole, put this cake in there, and dug it back over because of the volcano. And he said it cooked this cake like for the whole day, and they came back, dug it up, and he said they had this whole cake that was cooked by the land itself. It was pretty crazy.
That sounds like a lie.
And lads, did you ever see the size of Greenland? It's like it's fucking huge.
Yeah, Greenland.
That place down, like.
If Trump was around, we would have had Greenland.
This video came.
Yeah, Trump wanted to buy Greenland, didn't he?
He did.
Wait, come here. How big is Greenland? Is it bigger than Canada?
Pretty big. Well, no, not bigger than Canada, but it's pretty big.
But is that at the top of Canada, Greenland?
No.
Greenland's beside Iceland.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Greenland be the size of the Central Europe.
So is that like more west than Iceland? Because Iceland is the nearest thing to America before Ireland. Do you know
Yeah,
that?
Iceland's down off the tip of Greenland. Like you have Iceland, Greenland, and America.
And what's over Greenland? The Arctic Circle or something?
Well, Greenland is kind of really the Arctic. Yeah, it's kind of
Alright. But nobody owns it, doesn't it? Not nobody owns it, doesn't it? Not?
yeah.
Not Greenland's its own country, I think.
It's own country with its own government, its own currency.
How many people live there? 4?
No, it has a big population.
Yeah, a lot.
That way, I'm looking that up now. I'm looking that up.
Like for a country that has fuck all in it, like it has a big
Population of Greenland.
And Iceland has silicate pools.
Oh yeah, see Iceland. Remember Kim Kardashian and Kanye went there and all, and they're on horses and all up there, and it looked fucking beautiful. It did.
Well, did you see that the pools that they have?
Are you on about the kind of glacier type hills?
It kind of, they're really, really like a light blue color.
Yeah, oh yeah, the water looks so like magical, doesn't it?
Well, no, it's not just water. It's pure silicate. It's like silicate.
Guys, this is even worse than Iceland. The current population of Greenland in 2022 is 56,992 people. There's more people in fucking Drumnut and Crumlin and Walkinstown.
Yeah, but Steve, there's only one city in it. Like it's it goes minus 30 and 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Civilization. Like.
It's kind of like Alaska.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see the population of Alaska. How many people live up there?
I would say like 3 million. Well, 2 million.
Right, I'm gonna check. I think you might be right because I know Anchorage has nearly 1 million people in it.
Yeah.
Alaska has like warm, like has like not warm, but like it has like okay summers and all. Like
it doesn't have 6 months of darkness.
Huh?
Does not have 6 months of darkness.
Depends on where you're at. Yeah, but 6 months of darkness, 6 months of light.
Right, guys. Alaska population in 22 is expected to be 731,000 and is the largest U.S. state by area. I didn't know.
Oh my God, I was dead wrong.
Yeah, Russia gave it to America.
No, listen. Yeah, but listen to this. It has 663,000 square miles.
Yeah, y'all remember my friend Justin that hopped on a live? He's hopped on a couple of lives.
It's the #1 place in America to go if you're on the run.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? Isn't it mad that the biggest state has the smallest population, 731,000?
There's a reason, though. You remember
the wildlife would kill you up there?
Remember my friend Justin?
Not really, no.
He's hopped on a couple of lives. He's from Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah.
And you know they have to hunt for their food. Like you get a free card to hunt for your food, and you get free money every year. They give you like a check.
Right.
Part of the oil deal, but they give you a check to like pay for all your shit. But groceries, like a gallon of milk, is like $10. Okay.
No way.
Yeah, because they have to ship. They have to ship everything down there.
Guys, I'm going out to go to Jack's. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, Darren, Justin, he's a really good friend of mine. I actually, like, me and him went to high school together, and I recently, it was probably about 6 years ago, I got into contact with him again, and he's living in Alaska, and he loves it down there. But the other thing is he was telling me, he's like, the wildlife, like you can't walk in the woods like you would in a normal state. It's just too
mountain
dangerous.
lions and all up there. You'd have to be carrying a gun all the time.
Oh yeah, Kodiak bears. He even said polar bears are making their way in now.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Fuck that. I would never do that shit.
No, it takes a special breed of man to live somewhere like that.
Yeah. He got paid good money. He went to the he did the circus at first. That's how he ended up there. He did the circus. He was getting paid, I think they were getting paid like 20 grand for just a couple of jobs. Now he's like a trucker down there, and he gets paid really, really good money.
I know. I think it's like £120,000 a year grant for the pipelines that are going through up there, like for like it's
Yeah.
grant to get for living up there. Yeah, but like if you're paying a tenner for a yoke of milk, that's not much money, really, I suppose.
And he went to that fight, Amanda Nunes versus he went to Vegas. Amanda Nunes versus, remember, Amanda Nunes lost.
And then she won the rematch, didn't she?
Later on, yeah. But he was at the one that she lost at. Never went to a UFC event, he said, but he said it was the best fucking, he said the UFC makes it like entertaining the whole way through.
I would have loved to have been there the like Lee Murray walked out in the Hannibal Lecter gear.
Oh my God, you're telling me, man. I'd fucking love for that.
Did you ever hear the story about when they were coming out of the club, like, and someone said something and Lee Murray was just knocking everyone out?
Absolutely. Dan, remember I was telling you guys, like, Lee Murray, the shit had reached all the way to Nebraska at a little tiny fucking, like, I was in a little tiny town, and people, like, we were, because I was a big Pride guy.
Yeah.
And I was all into Pride. And so me and my friend were watching that. And this is right when YouTube was just kind of getting started. And my friend, Ben, he was like, dude, you got to check out this guy, Lee Murray. Like, you got to look at his story. So we were on YouTube. This was a dial-up internet. Took forever to load a video. So he was loading up this video, and we heard, we were listening to the whole story. This is before Lee even made his UFC debut. And we were listening to the whole story, and I was like, holy fuck. I was like, I wonder if this is true. And Lee fought, what was it? UFC, finished the guy with a triangle choke and stared Tito down. Like, him and Tito were going back. I said, God damn, that must be true.
That's who he fought in the car park, wasn't he? He knocked the foot. Tito says he didn't put him down, but other people says he put Tito out.
Matt Hughes, Pat Miletich. There's a lot of credible people. Even Tito admitted it himself later on. He said he got knocked down, but he didn't get knocked out. But a lot of people are saying he was flatlined.
He's doing 15 years straight now, isn't he, Lee? For robbery.
It's been since I was a kid, man. Like 2000, since 2007, maybe 6. It's been a long time.
Could you imagine to come out to fight the UFC and the fucker walks out in a Hannibal Lecter fucking outfit?
Yeah. And imagine Americans end up hearing the story before the birth of before social
internet.
media, before any, like, the internet was just dial-up internet at the time.
It took it fucking 15 minutes for a page to come up.
Yeah, and we had heard, me and Ben, I'll never forget his name, Ben Yunkin. Ben was the one who he was the only other friend that I had that was into like Pride and UFC. And me and Ben were talking about it. That's how crazy it was. And Lee hadn't even fought in UFC yet. It was just a rumor that had started. Forget what the fuck. I think we heard it through that Pride video. Plus, on top of that, we looked on the internet and we found a YouTube video on Lee Murray. And man, I just remember we were waiting forever. And we finally listened to it. It was like a 6-minute video. And we were just like, holy fuck, this guy is.
Well, even that submission hold he done, like, I don't think people thought he was capable of that. Like, he thought he was just a brawler. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he knocked out before that, like in Cage, I think it was Cage Warriors, he knocked out Pele. Pele was the shit back in the day.
yeah.
Knocked out Pele. That was nuts. Like Lee Murray was a big dog. If the internet was as big as it is right now, Lee Murray would have been a Conor McGregor figure.
Yeah, he was just too wrapped up in the criminal lifestyle, wasn't he? Like the focus too much on his, like.
Yeah. Like those rumors didn't really come about. We only heard like we only heard the Tito Ortiz rumor. And
Yeah, I think he was more like inclined to fight for money in the backyard somewhere, like where no one would know. Like,
yeah. And when that UFC happened, where he was in there, I told my mom, I remember I told my mom, I was like, we got to get this UFC. So Joe Rogan actually talked about it during the time. If you guys go back and watch the UFC, Joe Rogan kind of mentions the Tito Ortiz story in there. And I told my mom about it. My mom was like, how the fuck did you know about this? And I was like, dude, me and Ben, we went on a big rabbit hole on Lee Murray. And Lee ended up beating, it was Beltran. I think it was Joey Beltran. Finished him with the triangle choke. And my mom, I was telling my mom, because then him and Tito were talking shit. And I said, dude, he's going to be the next big thing. And then the robberies happened and all that. And it just kind of ruined everything.
remember, you could come into your local video shop, Steve, and you could hire out the UFC videos. Like,
we had to do it in the porn section too.
Did you? Because it was.
Yeah, I couldn't even go in there. So I'd have to have the lady that worked at the movie rental spot. She would have to call my mom, make sure it was okay, and then I'd tell her like Pride 20 something, or I'd tell her like UFC. It was very low. They were like in the 20s at that point, and she would just get the It was VHS at the time too.
Yeah, VHS, yeah.
Yep, pop that fucker in. And
fairly strict in the States when it comes to ID, isn't it? Like fairly.
Yeah, it was very strict.
I know lads that went over like from Ireland when they were 18 and 19 to New York, like, and they couldn't get a beer.
Yep, yeah. 21 years old. Now they up the age up to 21 to get cigarettes.
Proper.
How crazy is that?
New York has like some of the strictest like laws in the US, haven't they? Like for anything.
Yeah. New York. So South Dakota, well, Nebraska, where I'm from, I as long as my mom was in the bar, I could drink at 12 years old.
Once parents' permission.
Yep, have to be through your parents. Yep.
It's just crazy the states because they're like every state is like a different country, different laws, different rules, different regulations.
Yeah, just depends on the state that you're in, really. Everything's different.
And then if it's a Republican state or a Democrat state as well, has a big say.
Yeah, like South Dakota, same type of law as Nebraska. Like you could drink as long as you're. So like if your mom or like one of your parents was in the bar, you could drink at a very young age. But my mom didn't let me do that shit. Still, like I could have, but my mom didn't let me do it.
It's not good to drink that young because like your liver's still developing and things like that. Like,
Yeah, my mom let me. I'm not gonna lie, my mom let me get away with a whole lot, but I wish my mom was a little bit more strict.
yeah,
Now that I look back on things, like I wish my mom would have took a little bit more initiative.
but then like how you don't know how that would have turned out. So
Yeah,
didn't turn out too bad for you, Steve. So
I was a little shit too, man. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah.
Didn't want to listen to anybody. I didn't want to listen to my dad. My dad had custody of me for like only 2 years, but I was such a fucking little shit. It was just impossible to take care of me at the time.
Isn't it crazy like how much you thought you knew back when you were like between like 18 to 25 and you actually knew fuck all.
Yeah, dude, I judge myself off of that shit all the time. Like Cam, I was telling Cam because Cam was starting to kind of be. Cam's the same age as me, but you know whenever you first start off in a trade job,
Yeah,
Cam was starting to be like these guys, like you learn things and you start to like think that I don't know that's law or whatever. I was trying to tell Cam, I was like, hey, people do it different. There's old boys that are out there that'll show you like a different way.
Do you mean walking? Like,
Yeah, like working.
I'm like Cam the way he walks. I always try and take the easiest way out. Like,
That's the best way.
no, I try and like I'll stand around for a half an hour if I can, you know, and just smoke.
Oh hell no, I couldn't do that.
No. Yeah, because I remember you said you never take breaks, alright?
Yeah, me and Cam were working the other day, and Cam was like, "Bro, I gotta take a lunch break." I was like, "All right."
I was like, that's all I do is take fucking breaks.
but when you go to work, Steve, you just say, look, Cam, we'll work till we get it done and then we're finished. I mean,
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
like instead of going in and doing 9 hours a day, like we can't be going because they're doing 6 hours today and then we get off early.
Yeah.
And we'll get paid for the 9 hours.
But you know what? That is right because when I used to walk up and down when I had my car, right,
I'll be right back, boys. I just hooked up my Bluetooth again. Let me come in and come back out.
Right. But Darren, you know when I used to walk like for myself when I had my own car and all before I broke my leg years ago, that's why I can't really tile floors now because I have a fucking screw in my knee, like, do you know that way? So I can't lean on my knee like for long.
Yeah.
But anyway, before that happened, right, I used to get all my own jobs like from my dad. He'd say, oh, you can do this job here. And I had all my tools at my own car, right? And I used to fucking love going up doing the jobs, and I would try and get them done, you know, as good as I could and as quick as I could.
Eh,
But you know when I'm working just with me dad and he's doing all the work and I'm just cutting the tiles and all, I'm just
stand
like I
around.
can't wait to get fucking home then. Do you know that way?
Yeah. When you're walking on your own, you walk faster.
Oh yeah, and it's like you know when it's just you on your own doing it, and you see the end result. Like it's a lot. You get the satisfaction from it and all, and then when you get the money on top of it, it's just like all just way better. Like do you know that way.
Yeah. Like,
What? What?
Nick's was a lot better, like, working 2 days and getting we need your week's wages than working a whole week and waiting for payday, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. Like see when I used to work for myself, like 2 days would get me like about 400 or 500.
Yeah.
Do you know if I finished the job, like a bat, say it was a kitchen floor, I'd get about 400 or 500 for that.
Yeah.
And
And
they're
if you,
easy. See the floors. I have to bring Paddy in. See the floors and all. They're easy money, like the kitchen floors, not bathroom floors. They're so awkward. Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
the toilet and all.
did you
I
ever
just
see that bathroom floors and the little small, tiny little 2x2 toilets?
yeah. You know what we usually do with them? We usually take the toilet and the sink out and just it's way easier then. You just like
Yeah.
put plywood down and tile the whole thing with nothing in your way. Do you know that way?
You guys talking about the toilets for construction?
No, I was saying that when if they were for tiling a bathroom, right, we'll take the toilet and sink out so there's nothing in our way on the floor. Do you know that way?
Oh yeah. Oh, whenever you're doing like flooring.
Yeah, and then we'll bring them back in. We'll put them back in like when the floor's set and it's grouted.
Yeah, yeah, we do the same thing.
You just do tiling.
I do a little bit of plumbing. I install a toilet, but I
No,
don't.
you do tiling. I said.
Tiling, I've done very little on. I
Yeah, like
know how to do it, but I'm not the fucking best at it.
oh yeah. Because a lot of people think they can tile, right? But like, because it looks so easy, but when
It does look easy. It's fucking
Yeah.
hard.
but it's really you need to know how to do it. Like you
You
need
have to have everything leveled and all, don't you? Like,
Oh yeah, like
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
starting your walls off. You have to have everything. It takes you about an hour probably to start everything off. Like even.
skim the walls and all, get them
Yeah.
even and all.
And
Yeah.
sometimes the walls aren't even square.
Oh
So
yeah.
you don't
A
want
lot
to
of
make it
people
like
are
a
just
pizza
like that.
slice. So then you gotta like convert for the wall.
You have to like sometimes you have to put a lot more adhesive on some parts of the wall to build it out because it's going in on certain parts of the wall and all. Some walls are in bits, like,
Yeah.
and that'd
Yeah.
be the plasterer's fault, wouldn't it?
It'd be the framer's fault.
What's a framer?
Framer is the one who puts up the walls.
All right. I thought
You
that was a plasterer or whatever.
like you could put a square. Like I've seen these young framers, they do the square shit where they try to like put a framing square.
Yeah.
It don't work like that. Like I told him, I said that shit don't fucking work. You do just like remember me and you were talking about geometry?
Me and you?
Well, remember me and you were talking about algebra or no, me and Darren. Algebra, shit like that. So
What
it's
is
a base.
algebra? I know, but what is it? Like, what exactly is algebra? 1 + 1 and all?
Nah, it's like 8x plus 7
All
equals
right, with a
34.
letter. Yeah, do you
Yeah.
know what? I was brilliant at maths and skill. I got a C plus in honors level maths, like in higher level maths.
But geometry, super important in construction.
Oh yeah, for the architects and all, like.
Yeah, so whenever you're like squaring up a wall, basically what you do is you measure 4 feet off of the wall from one side and you make your mark. and then you measure 3 feet off of the, let's say you're building a wall. Measure 3 feet where you're gonna build.
Yeah.
In between those should be 5 feet. If it's 5 feet, it's square. It's a basic right triangle.
Right. I don't even understand that.
All right. Let's say
You're putting us asleep here, Steve.
here. Let me show you. All right, so
It's so bright out where you at.
I have the lights on. All right, let me turn my camera around.
Don't show us, for fuck's sake. We'll fucking fall into a comment.
Nah, it's gonna be real quick. It's not even that.
I think Darren's already fell asleep.
It's not that hard. All right, you see this corner?
Yeah.
All right, you measure 3 feet this way,
Right, okay, yeah.
and then you measure 4 feet this way.
Yeah.
In between will be 5 feet. That means it's a perfect right angle.
Like, you mean the area in the triangle will be 5 feet? The square area?
Yeah, so
The area squared, like?
yeah, if I made my 3 foot mark right here and
Yeah.
my 4 foot mark up there,
Yeah.
if I took my measuring tape from the 4 foot mark to the 3 foot mark, should be 5 feet.
In that area.
Yeah.
But, like, how'd you know that? How do you know that, like?
Geometry.
That's weird.
It's
Like,
it's just math.
Yeah, well, how does that? How'd you get that equation, like?
Just people
No,
people
like,
have taught me.
like 3x by 4y. Like, how'd you get that?
That's algebra. Geometry is different. Geometry deals with shapes.
Do you know what, Steve? I was always shit with shapes and skill. Do you know, like, all that? See the protractor and the compass and all? I don't know how to use them. I don't know how to use them.
To make it easy for you, all houses are built like right triangles.
Like a 90-degree, I like triangles.
Yeah. A right triangle is that's basically your 90 to it's your corners, everything. The whole house is built like a right triangle.
You mean a right angle, like a 90-degree angle?
You could say a right angle, but then whenever the other line touches it, it's a right triangle.
Oh, so it's not a right angle then, 'cause that's 90 degrees. A triangle is something like, it's a different degree, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. Like a right triangle is
Like the angle on a triangle, I think it's something like, there's
90 degrees, yeah.
360 in a circle, right? So a triangle has 3 angles, right? So would you divide 3 by 360?
Wait, what?
Would it be 120 each angle there?
Well, each angle on the inside, yeah, each angle on the inside it'll amount to 360 no matter what on a triangle.
So it'd be 120 for the 3 angles, like there's 3 points. So
yeah, but you're not looking for the angle. Like all you're looking for is a perfect corner, a 90 degrees.
Yeah, like at 90 degrees the right angle.
Yeah, so you're using your measurements, and you can even double it. So let's say you have a bigger wall, you could do, instead of 3, you can do 6, and instead of 4 on the other side, you can do 8, and then instead of 5 in between, that should equal 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
Know what I'm saying?
Why would I ever need to know that? But,
just for construction.
like, why would you ever need to know it? Like,
I do it all the time. Every day I use math.
oh, dear. Ah.
Not even joking.
You know what I'd be doing every day? I'd be just getting the measurement of the cut. You know the size of the tile for the cuts, like whatever it is. Like say 5 or what do they do it in inches? Be like say like 38 inches, and I'd have to get that on the tile cutter, and cut it off at 38.
Yeah, but whenever you're doing tile, you got to measure up to the wall on one side and measure
Yeah,
it on the other side and see if it's off a little bit. Then you
yeah.
got to
My
divide
dad was
that.
like, I don't.
Yeah.
I can't do that shit. My brain just doesn't work like that. I'm shit at that bit, and that's why
See,
I've never taken off in Thailand. I've never become my own boss because I've always needed someone to start me off. Do you know that way?
yeah, see, I do that shit all the time. Like,
Yes, you've
it
got
does.
the head for it. I bet you Cam doesn't have the head for that.
Not Cam's good at math too himself.
No, not that. I'm good at math. It's just knowing when a wall is off and all. Because my dad doesn't
Oh
do
yeah,
it. Yeah, my dad doesn't do it by maths. He just does it a different way. He
well,
brings out tiles from the wall and he does a chalk line. He brings 3 tiles out from one end, 3 tiles out from the other end, and then he does a chalk line.
yeah. He does exactly what I do with sheet. Same thing. Yeah, 3 tiles out. Then you measure out like 101 inches, do a chalk line, and then you measure from the wall itself, and you can see how far you're off on that too. Yeah, that same concept.
Yeah, it's just he never told me anything about maths around. He never explained any of it to me, and it always confused me. So I have always had to have someone starting me off. The first row of tiles.
Yeah,
And I just
yeah.
follow that row then. Do you know that way?
And see, like, all right, so Cam, they do electrical, so it's different.
Mm.
It's a whole new set of math. You're dealing with the Ohm's law at that point, and the Ohm's law is it's a whole circle of math.
This has nothing to do with measurement. It's just maths.
Yeah.
It's not a different form of maths.
Yeah, nothing to do with kind of to do with measurement. It depends on if you run wire.
Not in the way you do it or I do it. His is
Yeah.
in proper weird maths, to do with electricity.
Yeah, and Cam likes doing that. I hate fucking electrical. Hate
See,
it.
I love doing that. I love, because I'm great at maths, and I'm shit at maps in my mind and all. Shaped stuff and all. The way they say girls are shit at that. Well, I'm shit at it as well. Do you know,
electrical is boring, bro. I can't do it. It's just so boring. And I can't see my work. I think that's the biggest thing with me. Whenever you do electrical, yeah, you did a whole lot, but it looks like I didn't even do that much.
Yeah. And that's with tile, and when you're finished, you can see a great, you can see how you transform the place,
Yeah, and I think that's why my uncle, my grandfather, my Uncle Bill, my great grandpa, they're all electricians.
Oh,
and
see, that's mad because all mine are tilers. All my dad's brothers, his 4 brothers and him are tilers, and then his dad was a tiler as well.
Yeah, and I went off the grain. I'm a carpenter.
Oh, what? So you put down wood and all, did?
Yeah, but I started out as an electrician. I know how to do electrical. I just don't like doing it.
But do you know, if you had to do it in your own house, would you be able to?
Yeah, but I just.
You have a lot of fucking talent then,
Kind of. Well, it just depends.
Well, you have 3. You've got the electrician, you've got the carpentry, and then you've got the roofing part as well.
Oh, roofing, siding, concrete.
What's the part you do with the maybe you said you make out the measurements? What's that you're doing there?
That would be for framing.
What's framing?
So framing is whenever you're putting up the studs for like the walls.
Oh, we don't know what that means.
Like, all right, you know the wood studs that they use for the walls?
No.
Or you know, whenever they frame out a building, you see a building
You
and
mean
it's
like
all
the
like,
big, long yokes of wood that are like holding the things up, like
yeah, that's
yeah,
basically
planks of wood.
so. And I can do the gypsum board, like you guys call it gypsum, we call it drywall.
Oh, what do we call it?
We call it drywall.
We call it MDF.
Oh, okay.
Is that right? I don't know actually if it's right.
It doesn't matter. Each person says something different.
MDF is like the kind of drywall you can cut. You know, like it's like a not paper, but it's like a hard type of wall, but you can cut into it, like you know, to fit into places.
Yeah. That I do
Yeah.
that, and the tape and float with the mud. I can do that as well.
That's the plaster bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Plaster and spray, like spray texture they call it down here, where you spray the mud to make it look like a certain texture on the wall or the ceiling.
No. Where's Darren gone?
I think he said he was going off to the bathroom or something like that.
Must be having a big shit.
But I do concrete as well.
Yeah.
Concrete, I'm the best at.
And you actually like doing that?
Hell yeah, concrete is fun. Like finish.
A lot of money for that.
Oh yeah. Oh, finished concrete. You could make $80 an hour down here for finishing.
No way.
Yeah, they call them edgers.
That'd be like
So-
right, $640 a fucking day.
Oh, more than that, dude.
No, I'm saying if you're working 8 hours at 80 an hour.
Oh yeah. Yep. In Nebraska, we did a couple of finished pads. Me and this dude named Will, and we were edgers, so we were getting paid very, very good. And we were working from 5 in the morning till midnight because you got to sit there and wait for the concrete to set at
Yeah.
a certain point, and you're basically just going back and forth until it looks like glass, almost like you can see the reflection
That's
from your
like,
face.
that's like 19 hours.
Yeah, we got paid very good too. We got paid real
You're
good.
getting paid like fucking, what, 80 an hour for that?
Yeah, for that one. Well, we didn't get paid 80 for. We got paid 60 an hour for that job.
Right? That's fucking €1,200.
But those jobs only come once in a blue moon.
But still,
And now
should
they
be
have
rolling
machines.
the money.
Well, now they have machines that basically
Hey,
do
yeah,
it. Yeah, they have. You know when you see guys on the concrete and they have those big fans?
Yeah.
Those are basically, they call them power troughs. So they made a new power trough that does the edges, so you don't need edgers no more.
Yeah,
And
you know, it's happening with all trades. You know, there's electronics coming in to make, like, you know, and it just leaves a lot of human shit that doesn't need to be done now.
yeah. And so edgers it's not as prominent of a job anymore.
Yeah.
Concrete is still fun though.
You know what I might do?
Huh.
Like, I'm like, you know the way I walk to Ireland, but I don't pay taxes around, right? So I was like saying, like I still get me thing, like you know me benefit. So anyway,
Yeah.
I got a letter today saying I have to attend the fucking TUS fucking thing to get a job. You know, 19 hours a week. And oh, you hate them type of jobs. They're all brain dead jobs, you know that way. So I'm gonna say, look, I want to do a computer course in code, and I want to learn how to code computers.
Nah, you don't even want to do that.
I do, because I like that.
Steven, I'm telling you at this point, if you're tiling,
No, I'm not tiring. I only do it like about 3-4 days, not even 4, 3 days a week.
yeah, but still, you're experienced at it, right?
Yeah, but I can't do it on my own. Remember I said I always need me dad, someone to start me off.
That's the only thing you need to learn. You need to learn it. It's not that hard to start off tile. Like,
Yeah, but
It's-
Steve, seeing the Thailand thing over here, we don't pay taxes in our Thailand, and you have to if you're gonna be doing it as a proper job.
but look at this, Steve. No young kids are doing trades anymore.
Yeah, I know.
You can charge anybody whatever the fuck you want, and soon here in the future,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna know how to do dick. You can charge whatever the fuck you want for whatever.
I don't think I heard you saying this before, but I don't agree with it because I think that
We charged me and Cam. We made $500 in a matter of 4 hours.
yeah, no, I'm saying maybe for the next 5 years or whatever, right, or 10 years, but there's gotta come a time like where every kid now will just know how to do that.
They don't.
You know that
No,
from
they're not.
from
They're not learning it.
No, but they're gonna have to start teaching it again because you get me, like because nobody isn't knowing what to do anymore. People want their houses don't know, so they'll start
They
teaching.
don't work. They don't work that hard.
What?
They don't work that hard.
You mean that people don't want to work hard?
Like, all right, so
No, I get what you're saying because I'd be like that. I'm like, this is too hard. This type of work, you know, manual labor.
well, no. It's not even that. It's even skilled. Like, all right, so you know what?
Skilled manual labor.
You know soffit and fascia, right?
Who?
Soffit and fascia on a building. So, you know when the building's roof comes a little bit past the building at the bottom itself, underneath that's called soffit,
Right. Okay.
and at the front that's called fascia. So this dude, he was telling my uncle, he was like, I'll be surprised if these guys get this done in like 3 days, blah blah. It was $5,000 job. Me and Cam, we got it done. We started at 8 in the morning. We got done at 2:30. Painted, caulked, everything.
Wait,
The dude was like,
you're doing it all in one day, like in one go?
yeah, and my uncle got paid $5,000.
And is it worth that much money, like, to get that done?
No, that's a crazy thing. This is a young cat.
It's a what?
This is a young dude that bidded the job and he subcontracted it to us.
Is that because he didn't know how to do it, like?
Yep.
Oh, that's what you're getting at. Your point, like, is that they don't know how to do it anymore, like.
Yeah. People don't know how to do the shit anymore.
No, I agree with you on the idea, right? But I think there's gonna be a remedy for it, and that they're gonna start teaching it in, you know, the DITs and all the technology colleges and all. I think they're gonna.
Yeah, but if they do, it's too little, too late.
No, I don't think so.
I could still make my amount of money. if they want to get those kids, but those kids haven't hit situations that I've hit.
Oh yeah, no. You'll always have the better hand because you have the skills from since you're 18 or whatever. Do you know that way?
Yeah, exactly.
And you're gonna be around for the next 30 years at least walking. Do you know that way? So for the next 30 years, you will have the best, the best options and pricing and all that stuff because you're the most professional. Well, there could see people in their 40s and 50s that can still do it. They're more professional than you, but you're in a good position because for the next 30 years, you're at the top of your game with it. Do you know that way?
Yeah. I don't have to worry about these young cats, and I'm moving into epoxy. Like
epoxy grout.
No, my epoxy countertops.
Yeah, that's the black grout, isn't it?
No, epoxy is.
I think that's something else.
It's a clear glue. It's like a clear, like stone type of deal. Like you can put seashells. You can put whatever the fuck you want to put as your countertop, and I cover it in epoxy. It's a process.
No, it is the same. It's like we use epoxy grout on swimming pools.
Yeah, well, it's see-through.
Well, I thought it was like black, and you can't get it on you. You can't get it on your hands, or you have to cover up properly when you're using it. Is it the same as that stuff? No.
It's same stuff. It's expensive.
You have to cover up when you're using it. You can't let it touch your skin.
Yeah, you have to wear a mask too.
Yeah, no, it is the same.
Legit paint mask. Yeah,
it's the same stuff. Yeah.
So people are making countertops out of it because you can put like seashells, you can put books in there, whatever the fuck you want to do, and you can cover it up. It's your own custom type deal. The only downfall is if you take a hot plate, like let's say you're cooking something, and you take a hot plate and you put it on the epoxy will crack. That's the only downfall.
Epoxy.
Huh?
Did you say the epoxy will crack?
Yeah, the epoxy will 100% crack.
Oh, Jesus, that's not worth it, isn't it? No, because that's going to happen at some stage, isn't it?
Yeah, there's concrete. Concrete countertops are real big right now.
I love that concrete. Oh, I get concrete everywhere. Me sitting room, in me kitchen, worktops and all. I love concrete.
And they're easy to make, man. So easy.
But you know what? They're hard to fucking clean, ain't they? If you're making sandwiches, shit and all this, all shit. When you have to clean the countertop,
So whenever you do the whenever you do the concrete countertop, right when it's done and dry, you gotta spray it. So we usually spray it with they have a concrete sealer. We spray it with that, and then after that, you have to spray it with the concrete sealer every year. It makes the countertop feel like it's like a regular countertop where you can clean it and shit. But if you don't take care of it, it'll crumble. It'll crumble.
If it was just normal rock, you wouldn't be able to clean it properly, wouldn't you? No?
You wouldn't be able to clean it properly. You seen the cabinets on TikTok? You seen the cabinets that I made?
No.
The Mexican style ones?
Are they on your channel?
Yeah.
Are they paint?
Hang on. Hold on.
Oh wait, I'm gonna look on my phone at them, right?
It took me and Ezekiel forever. Those were custom.
Who the fuck named that person Ezekiel? That's the name.
Ezekiel, dude. Ezekiel is
a demon.
He's like my dad, dude.
I know, but that's the name of a demon.
Nah, that's the name of a book in the Bible. But
Oh yeah, is it an angel, Ezekiel?
yeah, I think. But I was really against immigration. I met Ezekiel at 12 years old, and Ezekiel's been nothing but nice to me, man. Like Ezekiel's family.
Yeah, I think I remember. You said, I remember you saying that before.
Taught me everything that I know.
So wait, I'm gonna go to your thing, right? How'd you find people on TikTok, real quick? Did you just put them in search their name?
I just if you're looking for me,
Yeah, you know what Cam has as his bio on this, right? You know what it
Dr.
says?
D's, yeah.
No, it says give me a like on TikTok, right? And when shit doesn't say it.
I told that fucker, I said, you're getting too desperate.
He has 789 followers.
Yeah, he has a pretty big video from Florida.
How did he get all that? Is that how he got 402,000? How did he get that one?
I told him, I said, you just gotta be intuitive, and Cam finally hit a big video.
Did he take the video of that in Miami or whatever?
No. Somebody else did, but he added the music.
So this bitch just robbed it and he got 402,000.
He didn't rob me, but he robbed somebody else.
The little prick. And is that how he got 289 followers? Because I remember he only had about 80 followers.
Yeah.
The little fucking prick. He only has 5 poxy videos.
I told him.
He never likes my videos.
I see your videos every now and then. Every time I do, I like them. I like the comedy ones especially.
Right, well, what's your... I'm just going to search your ID.
Yeah, just put Plastic Patty. I think it's Plastic Patty 9. Yeah. Something like that.
Where's the search box? Oh, yeah. Right. Plastic Patty.
Should be maybe on the top doc. I don't know.
Wait, there's Plastic Patty and then there's Plastic Patty 2. Which one are you?
I think I'm number 9.
Number 9. Wait, hang on. It just has Plastic Patty and then Plastic Patty 2. Then it has the Plastic Patty. Then it has Plastic Patty Lorcan. Official, that's the one, isn't it? Official Plastic Patty.
Official. Yeah.
All right. That's not it. Oh, no, wait, it is. I think, yeah, it is. 31,000, is it?
Yep.
Right, okay, so your videos.
And it's not too far down. The cabinet.
Your page is weird. It's full of all, like, papers, it looks like. Newspapers. It is.
If you look at the description, I say king of the papers.
Yeah, but how did you get it to look like that?
It's just the cover art that they've used.
Hang on a sec. Ah, no, I wasn't pressing it the right way. Right, I have it now. You have Gangland stories and UF stories and all, right? So, hang on. Are we friends on this? Oh, yeah, we are. Right. Anyway. So, where is it? Which one is the cabinets? How far down? Steve? You there? Steve?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, how far down are the cabinets?
Go down 16 boxes. And it's in the middle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, yeah. Right, I'm going to play it. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Do you make it yourself? I love the top of that stick.
Yeah.
I like it. It's got 40 likes.
Took me forever.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Do you know what, Steve?
Yeah,
You gave me a great idea. I'm gonna put my fucking walk up on TikTok. You know, like
dude, yeah.
the jobs I do. I'm gonna just put them up on TikTok, and I might get like people wanting their kitchens done or whatever.
I even made me and Ezekiel made the countertops.
That is fucking dirty. That's some talent, Jeff.
It was tough, man. It's a lot of
It's hard work, like.
it's real. Huh?
It's very creative as well.
Yeah, it's real tentative. Like you have to get everything right.
Yeah. Do you
Took
do
us
that
forever. Huh?
Do you do that a lot? Make them things, the cabinet yolks.
The decorative,
Sorry, was they?
the decorative stuff.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you make them a lot, or is it just an odd time you do that?
It's just whoever wants to pay for it.
Wait, I want. Oh, see, Tommy Fury. My niece is mad into him. She's only like 13, but she fancies him. She loves him. Like she love him.
Yeah, guess how much those cabinets were?
The one you made? Oh, wait. So, you know when you made it, did you get to sell it to the people then and put them in?
She
Right, tell us how much did it cost, or how much did you sell them for?
30 grand.
Fuck off. When did this happen?
I think 6 months. Like we've been making those cabinets for 6 months.
Alright, so it took you ages to make them.
The hard part was the decorative.
So it's
Where
not
you see-
worth a while, isn't it? Not money-wise, because it took you half a year just to make them between two people, like.
Yeah, because it's all handmade.
Yeah.
Handmade cabinets. So that lady.
Do you think you even made any profit off that with all the work you put into it?
Hell yeah, we made a ton of profit. We made my uncle made 15, almost 15 grand off of that job.
Wait, why is your uncle making money off it when you used to have just done it?
Well, it just goes to the business.
Oh my God, your uncle's skimming all the money off the top.
I used to think that.
He fucking is.
He's making a pretty good penny, but
fucking right. He was like slave labor, smoking for 6 months, and he got to take 15 grand off it.
Well, maybe it was 6 months on and off.
Doesn't matter, Steve. That's a lot of fucking time, and I know that it'd be a lot of fucking skill to do that. You know, to get it exact and all, like you'd have to be fucking really fucking, focused on it and all.
Yeah, I used to think, same way as you, I used to think that my uncle was like